Okay, in 3, 2, 1. All right, we're live on YouTube. Don't you do it. Good, thank you very much. Good evening, YouTube. Okay, Twitch is running. YouTube is running. Facebook, you're next. Okay, Facebook. You're up. 3, 2. Nope. Come on. Come on. Come on, Facebook. Sticking me around. There we go. Okay. Good, good, good. 3, 2, 1, and good. Live on Facebook. Good evening, Facebook. Can't call it dead book no more. There's a lot of people on here. Okay, that's good to go. Instagram, you're next. Okay. 3, 2, 1. We're live on Instagram. Good evening, IG.
Tag me.
Okay, that's oh, I hope I got that right. There you are. Okay. Copy that. And IG. Okay. Perfect. All right. I just tagged you, but I think I tagged you. I'm pretty sure but
Good.
okay, you're already in there. Okay, let's move IG over. And last but not least,
I don't know how to copy link. I can send it to people, but I want to put it on my Twitter page. And send it to you. I wish there was a way I could.
okay, we're live on X, top post. Okay, good. Okay, let's start the show.
All right.
All right, see you in about 3 minutes.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm going to turn the volume down on that.
consider me. I know you don't want no commitments, baby. I just wanna set your body free. And I don't care what's going on in the night outside my door. I just wanna get your head right, baby. Give you all the love I got for sure. So baby, if you've got that feeling, you know I wanna give you that midnight healing. Oh, I just wanna make love to you all night long. Midnight healing, baby. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about now.
YouTube. You make me laugh, YouTube. Think we're all good to go. What up, Big Money? I see you out there. Let me make sure I got everything set. I got comments on. Everybody's in here. All right, very good, very good. Good, good. Okay. All right, what's up, everybody? Give me 1 second just to do a tech check, make sure everything's all right. I played with a couple things today, so I want to make sure we're all good. In the meantime, I see all you guys out there. I see you, Big Money. What up, Big Money? All right, what's up, everybody? 1 second just to do a tech check. All right, audio's good. Video looks good. Everything looks good. We look good. Everything looks good. Okay. You guys can hear me all right? All right, let's get started. All right, let's get started. All right, what's good? What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the show. I think we're up to like 441. We now have a bunch of lost episodes, like 60. I think we have 60 lost episodes thanks to Facebook deleting all of the shows, but there will be the lost, I guess, episodes of the show. Anyway, so I have been mentioning for the past couple of weeks that on this show, eventually some of, not if some, but all of the people that I met at NFT NYC would start coming on the show. And so tonight is our first guest from NFT NYC. And without further ado, I don't want to waste any more time. I want to bring him on. We're about to bring on, let me make sure I got him here. Oh, I do. Okay. So I had a chance to meet this gentleman at NFT NYC. Hang on. Glitch while I get the, there we go. Okay, now we're all good to go. Okay.
Right.
Now we're all good to go. Now Instagram could see you and everybody could see you. All right, what's up, Glitch? Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
All right. So I had a chance to meet Glitch. I think I might have met him immediately. I was like one of the first people I met when I walked in to NFT NYC on. I think I saw the FCW guys first. That's because they were all standing together, and I took a couple pictures with them. But then I got a chance to bump into you. It's just a very popular person also at NFT NYC. I thought I'd get around, but everywhere I went, there you were.
So I think I met you at the opening drinks night, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like, and I almost didn't go to that because I had this other event that I was supposed to be doing. I was just like, I don't want to be here. be the
Yeah,
drink.
I think you. So you, if I remember correctly, I think I bumped right into you after. So I was. This guy got me, and I'm trying to get him on the show. Gave me a gold monkey coin,
Right.
Bored Ape coin, and then I turn around, and then there you were, and you were like,
Yeah.
"Here, I got a couple pieces here. Check it out." And I'm like, "Yeah, this guy's everywhere." But you weren't. As usually, I'm the one jumping around everywhere, but no. Everywhere I turned, I think you had me beat to the punch. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I felt like I saw you everywhere. There are certain people that I saw at like every event, and I started. The Monday night was my first night, and I went all the way to Saturday. And so, like, there were some people that I just saw every day, and it was just great. And you were one of those people, and it was so. I loved that week. It was so much fun, and I just got to like I just bounced around and I just saw all these people, and some people I hadn't seen in ages, and you never know when you'd see people again.
I know that I know it was, it's interesting because I was who was I talking to? I don't know who I was talking to, but I was like, I think it had to be a show. I think it was actually Marianne. I think it was like last week's show. We were doing a recap, and I was
Uh-huh.
like, wouldn't it be cool like if it felt that way all the time, and it was just such a concentration of artists in one place, and then everybody from spaces, and then everybody from around the world all really flew in and to enjoy it. And it was
Yeah.
all about art. Everybody was there to see their stuff on the billboards, and it's just, I don't know, man, it was a really good networking time. And I think if you really got a lot out of that event, then it's if it, it felt so good that you didn't want it to end. But um, okay, I don't want to get hung up on NFT NYC. I want to welcome you to the show.
Thank
And
you. Thank you. Thanks
Glitch,
for having me.
first thing I want you to do, which is the most generic question on the show, is I want you to introduce yourself to everybody. I want you to give everybody a brief introduction to who you are, introduce them to your art. Yeah, just, let them know who you are. Go ahead, take it from
Sure,
here.
sure. Hi, my name is the Visceral Glitch, and I'm an augmented reality glitch artist. I come from the motion design art direction world, and I started Glitch as a side project like 7.5 years ago. And it was just something on the side. It was kind of a daily practice I was doing on Instagram, just kind of making stuff daily. And it kind of snowballed. I hit a zeitgeist and sort of like blew up a little bit. And then I just kept making. And yeah, so at a certain point, like it was still images and then it was motion images and it's manipulated photography. And I have shown in Miami, in New York, in Tokyo. I have a meetup once a month, digital art salon. I'm part of different NFT communities. I'm different part of different digital art communities. I'm sort of helping create the scene in New York for the digital art scene. So that's kind of great. And yeah, that's in a nutshell who I am.
All right. All right. Usually, what I like to do is I like to dig a little deeper because I need to know how. What up, Big Money? I see you out there. I need to know how you became the Visceral Glitch. And that usually entails going way back in time. So,
Yeah.
as a kid, right? As a child, as a young glitch that just popped into the world. What was the deal? I mean, were you was there art in your family, or was there anything going on within your
Oh
family?
yeah,
Or
we can go deep, right?
well, yeah, I need to know
Yeah, yeah, no, no, no.
how
I'm
you were
happy to go, but I
created.
love the story. It's important. So I was reluctant to be an artist for a long time, and I sort of held a lot of childhood trauma for that, right? I didn't really realize it. So in my family, there's certain people in my family that are like famous artists in England, right? And my granny's siblings, like some of them were famous and some of them were celebrated and some of them were not celebrated. And the people that weren't celebrated sort of spilled vinegar and made people feel bad about themselves. And that sort of carried through generations. So I when I was younger, I loved drawing, but I didn't get encouragement from it because my mom didn't get encouragement from her mom because she didn't get it from her mom. So for a long time, like I did not have confidence and didn't think that art was something that I did. I thought that's what other people did. And so part of this process and becoming the visceral glitch and sort of owning that is actually leaning into those things where it's like I talk about things like this. I talk about sort of generational trauma. I talk about like healing. I talk about like confronting things that are uncomfortable. And that's kind of what the glitch is. Glitch is actually a Yiddish word, and it means slip or slide. Now it sort of came into like the pop culture is that there were a lot of Jews that worked in broadcasting, like in the 40s. And when the transmission would slip, they'd say, oh, it's a glitching. And so that became synonymous with the glitch and the slipping of the transmission. And what I think glitch does is it slips into other worlds. So I'm taking photographs and I'm breaking the photograph and I'm slipping it into another dimension, another reality, and sort of flipping it. And that's kind of where my art comes from, where it's like I'm trying to like turn the world upside down. I'm trying to rearrange the world in every way that I can. All my pieces start with photographs. And I just go around, I'm taking like photographs and all around the city, and then I process them. And sometimes I don't necessarily like, I don't know what I'm going to make until I make it. But sometimes I don't know the message of the meaning that I've made for years after. Like even my name, the Visceral Glitch, such a good name. And it just came to me fully formed. I didn't sit there with a pen and pen go like, oh, I want to have a superhero name and what am I going to come up with, right? And it just, I was going for a run one day. I live in Brooklyn, and I live by a power station and a graveyard. And I was running past the power station one day, and the Visceral Glitch just like slammed into my head, and I was just like, I don't know what that is. I was like, but I kind of like the sound of it. And I sat with it for a few days and I asked people, I was like, oh yeah, that's a great name. And someone said Visceral Glitch. I was like, no, it's the Visceral Glitch. It has a the. And I kept it for a long, and I ended up using it, but I didn't know what it meant for a long time. And then at some point, like it started to reveal itself. And I realized that the name itself means a shift in emotion, right? Because visceral is your emotion and glitch is your sliding. So it's shifting your emotion. And also what I think is really interesting about the name is that it has both, not in a gender way, but like masculine and feminine energy, because it's got emotional energy, which is your emotions. And then it's got action energy, which is your glitching. So it is this really balanced name of action and emotional energy, which I think is kind of hard to find. Yeah, and so like all the names like that, like it just came to me. And then as I've owned the Visceral Glitch and sort of leaned into that character, I've ended up doing a lot of generational trauma healing and just kind of looking at the world in a different way, and exploring and leaning into things that are like very uncomfortable for me. I'm okay talking about it now, but there was a point where I didn't want to talk about my art and want to name it. I just kind of wanted to make it. And I was like, no, it's not art. It's just a design thing. And I'm not really a photographer. I'm not really an artist. I'm not really any of those things. I'm just kind of making it. But I wouldn't own the name. It was just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And so now it's like, that's an uncomfortable thing for me to do. And it's now more comfortable because I lean into it and talk about myself and I dive deep into that. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, clearly, from what you've said, there's some sort of art presence going on growing up. Art school, art class, anything art related as a kid that you got?
I used to draw. I used to like build Legos, and I used to draw. I used to trace like band logos and stuff when I was like 14. And I wanted to be a designer. Like I wanted to be an animator. I wanted to be like Terry Gilliam. I loved the Monty Python cartoons.
Okay.
And I really loved album covers, and I was just discouraged to do that. just like at every point, like, don't do that, don't do that, because I think it was triggering for my mom. So it's like, it's like it was too much of a tough reflection. So I was just discouraged from that. And I ended up in the music world. I became a sound engineer, and I eventually became a music radio documentary producer for the BBC. I lived in London, and I told band stories. And then I left London. I moved to New York. I went to Parsons. I studied design and technology. I got an MFA there. And I worked in the advertising world, doing motion design and all that stuff since like 2010. But I was telling brand stories, right? And then as the Visceral Glitch started to come up, I felt that I was guided to start to tell my own stories. And so that's part of it. I kind of was shy from it for a long time. And then even like in February, I started drawing for the first time really ever since I was 14, and I just turned 50. And so that was a really big shift because I was afraid to do it. I was afraid to put pencil to paper. And then something broke and it just kind of flooded through. But I like made art with sound as a radio producer. I sort of created like really great soundscapes. Really, I was really into sound design. But I kind of was afraid to like put pencil to paper for a long time, or anything artistic,
Okay. When did you get the vision of the visceral glitch? When did you?
So it was 2018. It was February 2018. And I was doing, there's something called School of Motion. It's like a course for like motion designers to sort of like improve your skills. Anyway, I did a course, and I had done I used to work at Complex magazine. I worked on a channel I was an art director on a channel called Hustle. And I did some glitch work in After Effects. I worked on a polo documentary. And I did some glitch in the sort of glitch all the polo logos and stuff. And so I sort of knew it from that. And I always kind of liked that style, but I didn't know how to like make it. Anyway, so I took the School of Motion course, and they said, go on Instagram and follow people. And that's where I discovered People. And I liked that he was doing something daily. And at that point, I'm really into infographics because I love information and design. And so like I was really into infographics, but I realized that I wanted to do a daily practice. And that would take a really long time to do because infographics, you have to write and design. You can't really do that on a daily basis. And I was kind of flipping through Instagram, and a friend of mine had posted something with a glitch on it. And I knew that she didn't know After Effects, and I asked her how she made it. And she said it was this app called Glitch. So I downloaded the app and I took a photo, and I added this glitch effect to it. And I was like, oh, that was kind of fun. And then I did another one. And I was like, oh, I kind of like that. Oh, that's kind of fun. There was like a point I was doing like 6 a day, right? I would take photos and glitch them and post them and pick them, right? And I was like, oh shit, it all came out. And I think if you go on Instagram, like my first ones are still there. Like the first 3 or 4 posts on Instagram are not glitches, and then it becomes glitches, and then it's like a whole history of everything that I've done and everything that's been part of it. So it's been this really interesting journey of that wasn't my plan, but like stuff in my life opened up to where, and it guided me to be like, this is what you need to do. And then I make a lot of work, and some of the work has really impactful on people, which really like blows me away. Like when people get emotional about my work, or they're brought to tears, or it's memories, or it's joyous, or whatever, it's just like I'm kind of making it. It's like I sort of like take my photos, I do my thing, I make it sit and put it out there, and that's it. And then people come back and they're like, wow, I was really moved by it, or like I had this emotion with it, or it reminded me of this. I was like, wow, I love that. I feel really I'm so grateful for that I'm able to sort of be a vessel for these things to come through for people.
Let me had a good question, and I got so into your answer. I dazed out just listening to you talk for a second. What did I want to say? Oh, right. The advertising. Well, no, wait, no, I don't want to get there yet. Hang on. I'm jumping there because I couldn't remember my next question,
Okay.
but I got it now. Can you on the show itself, especially the community shows? We've done 25 plus community shows. I think maybe we've had a handful of glitch artists. And then on the show itself, outside of Scott, who is with FCW, he's a glitch artist.
Metalhead?
Yes, yeah, Metalhead.
Yeah. He's a good friend of mine.
Oh, okay. That makes sense how the whole. Okay.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I don't know many glitch artists in New York. He's one of the few glitch artists in New York.
Right. I'm trying to like go through all the guests and I'm trying to think like how many of them were glitch artists. And I would say maybe we've had a handful of glitch artists on. And so I don't think I've ever asked this question or asked someone to explain it, but maybe you could explain maybe you could explain to the audience and to me, what is glitch art? What is the process? What is the art of creating glitch art?
Okay, so everyone has a different thought on it. So some people are very hardcore about it, and they're like, it only goes with code. And if you're not working with code, then you're not really glitching. I don't really believe that. I don't really follow that. For me, glitching, so it means slip or slide. So anytime that you're slipping and sliding something, you're glitching. You're glitching, right? So it's like, are you shifting the colors? Are you shifting the movement? Are you shifting the pixels? What are you ripping apart? Are you recreating something? Like you're exposing something that wasn't there. All those kind of things, any sort of rip apart is, I consider it glitching. A few years ago, do you know Station 3?
No, I'm not familiar.
Okay. It's a place downtown in Fidei, and they have events there. It's kind of Web3 focused, and I was invited to curate a glitch night there a few years ago. And I wanted to have a video of different glitch artists because I want to show like the variety of glitch, because like I'm a phone artist. There's people that do code. There's people that do video. There's people that do coding. Those are all valid. Like those are all valid forms of glitch. And I wanted to show the variety of it. So I did a big call for people, and I put everybody in the show except one person who said, I don't really like glitch. It's like too extreme. I'm like, you probably shouldn't put a piece into a glitch show then. Like, just maybe not. But everyone who like put a piece in, I considered it. Like this guy I know, he did hand drawing stuff, and then he put it through a simple glitch filter, like very, very basic, that just kind of moved it. But for me, like, that still counts because it's a choice to do that. He wanted to shift the pixels, So I think it's really about exploring the underbelly, like ripping it up from the inside, So that's what I consider it. Yeah.
Have you seen the glitch sculptor?
Do you mean Marjan Magadan?
Well,
She's a 3D artist. She's 3D augmented reality glitch artist. Or is it a physical sculpture?
This is a physical wood carver who carves glitch.
What?
Oh,
I gotta see this.
Shit. And you're a glitch artist, and I know about this guy? Come on.
You got me. I'm not really glitch artist.
Oh, shit.
You got me.
Okay, so this guy, we'll just really briefly touch on it. I spoke about him once before, probably with Scott. I think he's Chinese or when I get over to the computer, let's stay focused on you. Just remind me about the glitch artist.
Right.
But he carves glitch out of wood. But when we get to the screen, I'll show you him. I'll show you his name because I have him stuffed in my links. Anyways, glitch glitch art, right? It's popular. I see a lot of people doing glitch art. It seems to, and now you've mentioned, so I didn't know this, that there's different ways to create glitch art. Maybe you could. This is the first time I'm ever hearing about it.
Sure.
Yeah, maybe you can introduce, like, how you mentioned about the code. So I picked up on there's obviously somebody who goes into the code and causes a disruption in the code. That,
Yeah.
but there's obviously other ways as well. So yeah, you're the expert. So go ahead.
Well, so I use my phone. I have like 9 apps that I use, and it's a process. So like it's a very destructive process. Like I go through it, and it's like I go from this app to this app, and then I destroy it, and then that app goes to this app, and then I destroy it. So you can't really go back and fix anything. It's really just one shot. And when I was doing this initially, like I tried to use After Effects, right? Because I was like, oh, that makes sense, right? I'll use After Effects. I'll use Photoshop. Like that's very clean, right? And it's so clean and perfect. You spend so much time on it, and you like label every file. Like it's all saved and da da da. And it actually sucks the soul out of it because it sort of feels like a job then. And what I love, like I like it to make it on my phone and sort of in the city. So there's that. There is video feedback where you sort of like take a VCR camera, and then you point it at the screen, and it creates this feedback loop, and then you twist the knobs, like so it'll like pull things apart and sort of do different things to it. So I'm a phone artist. You can also use it with different programs. Like some people use Procreate for their glitches. I haven't really used Procreate. I have used After Effects for it. It's not really the same thing. Like there's plugins that I've used for like motion graphics things, but it doesn't, I can't get the art that I make on there. Yeah, what else was there? The phone apps, After Effects, feedback loops, and destructive programming, I think, are probably the main ones. And everyone has a little bit different, you know, like for me, I like hero images. Some people glitch to 0, where you're like, I can't tell what that is. Like, it's no, which is great. You know what I mean? Like that's totally a look, but I kind of like to have a takeaway for my pieces where you look at it and you're like, oh yeah, I can tell what that is, as opposed to like, it just kind of, it's too abstract, I find.
You know, I was just going to ask you that. Well, first I was going to say this. If I understand this correctly, glitch art is the process of taking a perfectly a photo or a piece of art and then destroying it through different methods. However, through the destruction, you're creating a new piece of art almost. And I was going to ask you that if you felt that through doing this process, if it translates as a form of abstract art at all. And you use the word abstract. So now, go ahead. I'm going to just let you go with that. Go.
Yeah, no, it is abstract. I know an artist, I can't remember her name, associate with names. She does photography. She cuts up photos and sort of weaves them into each other in almost a collage way. I don't see, to me, that is also glitch. You could have paper glitch.
Oh, yeah, all right.
You could have paper glitch because you're still slipping and sliding the original image. And so it actually becomes something different. Like I'm very broad with it. Because as long as you're genuine and authentic in what you're doing and you're consistent in it, who am I to say it's not valid? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I think that, I think some people just kind of find their own way to it. Like everyone sort of finds their own way to glitch. I think that's kind of interesting, of like how people end up there, because it's really in the ditch. Like it's really like, you know, in the Web3 space, like everyone's AI and generative. Those are very big, or they're just painters. So you know what I mean. But like, glitch is still kind of in the fringes of it, you know. And I kind of like that. It's sort of on the, and it's accepting for everybody. Like, if you want to be a glitch artist, you can be a glitch artist. and as long as you do it. But yeah, everyone has different levels of what they're doing with the glitch and how they're using the glitch. There's not really one set of rules. So like some people, they just go to noise, and they which is like that's totally like that's valid. It's like they've got a whole body. I know someone, and I've actually known this guy kind of from the start. What's his name? Sci-Fi Kai on Instagram, and he takes photographs of spaceships from sci-fi movies and puts like 1 or 2 filtered glitches on them, and that's it. And that's his whole page. And it's been like that for like since I've known him. I've known him like 7 years. He's like one of the only people that I know. A few people from a long time ago. He's one of the people, and I still see him, and that's just what he does. But that's still glitch, right? That's still glitch. He's still taking those ships. That's his that's point of his reference, and he's glitching up, and it's the same kind of filter look on all of them. It probably doesn't take. He doesn't sell them. I can't even.
Sounds like a collection.
It is a collection. I tried to feature him in a show. He wouldn't do it. I was like, really? Oh, so he wouldn't do it. Because a lot of the artists in Instagram don't really, it was never a selling point. Like I missed the bull run because I was just making stuff on Instagram. I wasn't thinking like how to sell it. Like everyone was in, what was the audio one that everybody was in?
Oh, you're talking about Clubhouse.
That one. I never did Clubhouse. And so that's where all those glitch artists went. I was just like, oh, I'm here on the other side. But it wasn't my time yet.
Would you the glitch space?
Yeah.
Would you say it's a small world of artists, or is it a lot of artists?
I mean, for me, I hope it's ever expanding, but I would say there's not many people. I mean, there's like, a lot of the artists I know that I'm friends with, it's like, it's kind of a little bit blurry. Like, because I'm a little bit collage as well. Okay. And I sometimes go a little bit vaporwave. And some people are pixel artists. I do a little bit of pixel, but it's like, there's like, do you know vaporwave?
No, I'm not. No. I'm not.
Vaporwave is like Miami Vice, Blockbuster Video, Cocaine, Mannequins, that kind of 80s really neon.
Okay, I know what
marble statues.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's vaporwave. It's like I wish I was living in 1986, right? That's vaporwave. And there's great. I've got a friend of mine named Iteration who just beautiful. Like she does these malls. She did a shirt, and it was like a mock-up of something you'd see in an airport in 1986 in Houston. And I thought it was so funny. just like so full circle. But I love that. And she's very authentic in what she does. And like people that do these kind of like really glossy malls and just kind of vaporwave. And I really like that. And then there's people that I know that are pixel artists and a lot of trash artists as well. Everyone's kind of a bit of a trash artist in that world. So it's like,
what is a trash artist?
Oh, you don't know about trash art? Is awesome.
Is a trash artist like it looks like a pile of trash, but when you turn it, it makes a shadow?
That can be trash art. My trash art is the subject of my art is trash. So like, hold on, I can show you. I have all my
trash art must be huge in the MoMA, cause.
Oh yeah, this is actually some trash pieces. This is a really powerful piece. I made this for a really good friend of mine, and I did not even know that I did it for him. I'm not trash.
Okay.
And this is my favorite one. Oh yeah, McDonald's fries. But see, this is all street photography, right? I'm not actually setting this up, right? I didn't set this up. I was walking down the street and I saw a thing of McDonald's fries, and I was like, great, I'm gonna take that. And then they made a glitch out of it, right? But for me, trash art as a subject is trash. And so there's a whole thing with like dumpsters and like here's a dumpster. and toters and yeah, it's so much fun. Like I have this orange dumpster that I just like put for sale. A friend of mine bought it the other week, and there's something about trash art. And I think about trash art, and for me, it's like it's not trash. It's actually art. You know, like I've thought about it, I've considered it, like, and I'm taking something that you were just going to get rid of and you thought was ugly, and I've made it beautiful. And then I also add, so I play around when I do all my own sound design, and I also add special like frequencies sometimes because I believe that frequencies can be healing. And so I'll add like love frequencies to the trash art because it makes it loving. It's meant to be healing. It's meant to be like full of love. And everyone I know that's a trash artist, it kind of comes from the same thing. Like it's just fun. You know, people have like there's a guy named Trash Head, and he has like toters on his head, and like there's a lot of people that yeah, they sort of make it, you know, like what is it? I have this one piece and it's a toilet. There's like someone sticking the middle finger and it's just like spinning around and it's like glossy and there's lights on it and you're like, it's funny. It's funny because it's like that is art. Like that is art. Someone like that's not an accident. You know, that's all intentional and it's like it's thoughtful. So to me, that's valid. You know, the concept of trash art like questions everything. And I first heard about it at NFT NYC 2021. Somebody told me about trash art, and I was like, oh, that sounds kind of interesting. And then, you know, I ended up doing a trash collection, and I do trash pieces, and I love it. I have a piece that I haven't done yet. I live by the cemetery, and I was going through there. It's Greenwood Cemetery. I don't know if you've ever been, but it's beautiful. And there it was a trash can with all these flowers sort of like falling out of it. And I just thought that's really powerful, right? There kind of is these like, I actually find the trash pieces really powerful. And I'll actually tell you the story behind this one. So this one is called I'm Not Trash. And I was putting a trash collection together and I was walking around the streets and I saw this box that said, I'm Not Trash. Brilliant, you know, that's a really good one and really funny. I'll put a background of Brooklyn in there, right? And I made this piece, and a few months later, I was putting a show together, and I did a bunch of stuff, and I put this in it, and a bunch of friends came. One of my friends bought that and like 6 other pieces, and this was really powerful for him because he grew up without money, poor in Mississippi, and thought of himself as trash just because he was poor. He's not trash. He's never been trash. He's not trash now. He's got a huge house in Connecticut, but that lives with him still. And this is kind of his mantra. And he saw his mantra up there, and it was like, shit, I made this for you. I didn't realize I made it for you. I didn't know that I made it for you, but I made it for you. And I tell this story because it's like, the pieces come through me. You know, it's like, I didn't know that like doing this was like for my friend and it would have this really big impact on him. But I followed my intuition and was called to do it, and how it ended up, it just did. So that's actually really interesting with this whole experience of allowing things and leaning into things.
Yeah, I want to focus. I want to focus on that a little bit more, because I would imagine for someone who doesn't understand glitch art or doesn't understand art, period, especially abstract, how would you ever know when something is finished, right? It's obviously up to the artist. Meanwhile, if you really listen to you speak, it's not like some type of like, oh, let me wave my magic wand and it's finished. You're actually speaking about in terms of like, I'm creating something in which I know what I'm creating, right? And where most people would say or watch you do it, here's something that you're just running through filters or playing with some buttons or not really sure. You on the opposite end are like, no, I got a vision and I created this. And look, that even matches over here because this guy literally walked into my or walked into an exhibit and saw this piece and said, this is my mantra, right? And so, but you know, you said it once or twice now, and I'm sure we could really go in depth with this, but what how does the creation process happen with you? Because it sounds like that you have very specific visions.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, part of what helps is that I'm a designer, so I think about the layout of stuff. You know, like I think about like how things are going to look. So I think about that. Like my eyes are trained visually, right? So that's a really big thing, right?
You know, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I'm gonna
No,
get. Let me just get this out now because I'm gonna forget this again.
okay.
Does advertising, your time in advertising and the corporate, have anything that did that? I was gonna ask you way back when. Remember, I was having trouble.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, did the advertising world have any effect on this art as well? Because now you're talking about like my advertising eye, and I'm wondering like, did the corporate add to this and help create this before you even knew what was going on? But yeah, go ahead. I'm just you. Yeah, you.
No. Yes and no. It's funny because I was going to talk about this earlier. So there's actually this specific time. I remember I was working for this agency and I was working for Dove, right? And Dove bars, you know, there's very specific whites, grays, very soft, gentle, right? You're like, okay, it's very structured. You know, it's very structured. And then I'd get on the train and be like, right? And it was just fun because it was free. But, you know, I think about like all those elements of design and animation and watching it. But so what happens is in like my ideal situation, I will take a bunch of photographs, right? And then usually I honestly make my best work on the train. And I will have a smoke on the way to the train. And I get to the train and I start flipping through photographs. And then whatever kind of feels right, like I really like leaning into the emotion of it, right? Like what feels right, what wants to come up, what wants to be there. And I'll start just like, I'll notice because there are certain like shapes that make sense. You know, like I kind of need space. I need like white space because there has to be room for the glitches to happen. And I'll just start, you know, the first program I put it through, I'll make sure that there's space. So it's like, if it's I do a lot of shots up, and sometimes it's a cloudy day and I can't have clouds in they ruin it. I have to take the clouds out. I like clean up all the clouds, right? Or I'll clean anything that needs to be cleaned up. And then I start shifting it and breaking it, right? And Glitch is the first program that I use, and it just like blocks it over, and that's where the reshaping happens. And then the third app that I put it through, it starts, I had the motion to it and the glitching for it. And then it just like, once I figure out what it is, the shape, like it really gets determined pretty early on once it sort of creates the shape. But then I've been doing some stuff kind of recently, only in like the past few weeks, where I've been using colored backgrounds for skies. Like instead of it being white, I use yellow, I use pink. And I've never used colors before like that. It's always been like a white background because I use this color burn layer in the editing process, and I use Video Leap. And Video Leap, they messed up their algorithm. They changed their algorithm about a year ago. But before that, I mean, you can tell, you can zoom in really, really far, and you can like discover these really interesting shapes that aren't there. And like, they just kind of drift through. And so like, I think about, do you know what parallaxing is?
No.
So parallaxing is when you have a photograph and you sort of cut the photograph and it kind of moves like that, right? So you sort of like feel the movement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So everything's kind of
I
moving.
never knew that's what it was called. Thank you.
Yeah. You have stuff on different layers sort of moving at different speeds to create like a sense of depth.
Sure.
So I put those in there. So it's not really advertising that pushed me. It's like in the sense that that's where I honed my design skills. And I went to Parsons, and so I studied like the history of animation, and I did animation classes, and I understand about squash and stretch. I understand like how animation works, and I understand like in After Effects, and I understand all those elements. I understand like the grids and rules of threes and kind of stuff like that. So yes, it informs it what I do because my eye is trained for that. And also like I make my own sound design as well. And I have like a bank of sound effects that I just like, I pull through and I stretch them apart. And because I have that ear, like I love like industrial music. Like I love like Einstein Neubauten and like things like that, and like really epic sound. I mean, I love all kinds of music, but I love those kind of uncomfortable, ripping apart sounds, and I create that in my soundtrack.
Does Nine
And
Inch does Nine
joy
Inch
is out of joy. It's targets out of joy. I get weird responses sometimes. The best response I ever got, this sounds like Mountain Dew. And I still don't know what that means, but you know, everybody.
it's terrible for you, but I love Mountain Dew. I know
Yes, I don't know what it meant though. I was
it's just
like,
terrible for you, but I do love the way the soda. I mean, it's there's a lot of sugar in that soda, but I got to tell you, that soda is one of my favorites. So they have a red version now. I wonder what Mountain Dew sounds like now. Well, shit. Now I got off track. I lost my question.
I get all kinds of responses from my sound effects, like, oh, it's hilarious, especially YouTube, because like that's like we're super normies. What is this? Oh, great. People say like all sorts of like I get all sorts of weird comics on TikTok where like it's the sound of the world ripping apart. What is this? Your stuff of my nightmares. And it's like, lovely, yay, happy.
So 2018, if I remember correctly, that's kind of when you had the vision. You put together the package. Now is that when the glitch art started, or did it started before that? And you just didn't.
No, that's when it officially started. I actually I went to go see Noel Gallagher.
Okay.
And he had a whole collage visuals. It was incredible. It was at Radio City. And I was really inspired by that. I was like, I'm going to make collages. And I didn't at all. But it was like, I just kind of started doing it on a daily basis. It was just like, it was a daily exercise to do something daily because I wanted to. So part of like the reasoning behind it is that I wanted to just like not get caught up in the details of stuff and kind of make something and finish it, move on to something else. Because I felt like I was just trying to do this infographic project and I spent such a long time like perfecting it and like not really to put it out and I got to spend more time on this and like just fuffing around so much and just actually finish it and put it out. So with Glitch, like it just became a daily exercise to do. And it just, I wasn't like, even like a year or two in, my wife was like, you should sell some of these. I was like, I'm not going to sell them. How do you sell this? But I'm still making them every day. Still can't stop making them, you know? So it just felt very like, I felt called to do it, but I felt now it's like, I think that I was guided to spend more time before I thought about selling it and to really explore what I wanted to do with it. Because I think that if I had started to sell from the get-go, I don't think I would have evolved in the same way. And part of my evolution was starting from stills and going to motion and then sort of figuring out like how it all works together. And I don't think I would have done that. I don't think I would have been as brave. Because I was sort of just making it on my own in the way that like when money is involved, you're like, oh, I have to do this for money and there's got to be these things, right? But if you're doing it just for fun, it doesn't matter as much. And so you're really free to do that. I always tell people that, you know, like, don't worry about selling it. Like, figure out what you want to make a bunch of it. And then if it feels right, then try and sell it. But don't do that first. You can't go money first. And for nothing. It never works.
Now, just to get it clear. Glitch isn't always video. I mean, it could be. I know it can because there's a glitch wood carver sculpture guy who.
Yeah, that's
right.
amazing.
So it technically glitch could be anything, correct?
Yeah, it's just a slip or a slide, like I. Yeah, anything like that, anything that is just like anything that's off. That's a glitch. I mean, that's what it means by definition. That's why I feel like anyone that wants to be an artist and considers themselves a glitch artist, like you're valid. If you're slipping and sliding anything of that such, like you're valid in that.
Sure. Okay. I had something in there that I wanted to ask, and I feel like my questions are glitching right now. They're all over. My questions are all over the needle. Right. Okay. I know what I wanted to say. So sometimes I gotta go back here. I gotta catch them. I gotta bring them back. Okay. Your art, the glitch art, especially with the your glitch art that is on stills. They also have something very unique about them that you implemented. You implemented AR on a majority of these.
Oh,
Which is to me another level of glitch because a lot of people are looking at these things and might be a still work of art, but you point your phone at it and it turns into something completely different. How did that evolve? How did that happen? And maybe yeah, go ahead.
somebody told me about it. So there was a friend of mine was talking to him, and he showed me this thing that he made, and it had augmented reality on it. It was on a Zoom call. It was like a work related, like it was like a networking thing, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. How did you make that? He was like, oh, I did it in After Effects. I was like, no, but how did you like make it move? And he told me it was this app called Artivive. And I downloaded the Artivive app and I tried it for the first time, and it's super easy. You have your trigger image and you have what you want it to play. When it sees that image, it plays that video. And I was like, oh, this opens doors, because I didn't know really up until that point. I didn't know how to sell my art. Like the NFT thing, like I looked into it a little bit at first and it felt very overwhelming. And
Glitch, can you show everybody really quick what it is that we're talking about?
yeah, let's start with this one. Let's start with I'm Not Trash.
There you go. There you go. Okay, so you point your just to clarify, you have this work of art. You open this app, you point your phone at it, and then this
Yeah.
work of art becomes animated and moving and glitching for real. Augmented reality. Go ahead. Now I'll let you pick it up from there.
Yeah, so my friend introduced me to Artivive, and I thought, oh, I could sell physical. This makes sense. I was really drawn to sell physical. Like it's weird. Like so many people I know like only sell digital. And when I was putting this together and figuring out what I wanted to sell, I was just like, I want to do physical. Like I just wanted physical, because we had my wife had we had printed out a few things, and she was like, I really like it, and she put it around the house, and there's a few pillows and shower curtains and some prints, and I was like, I really like, they look really great physical, but like you're not getting the full story. Like if I give you this, right? This is a frame. You're not getting the 10 seconds that go with it, and then it gets lost. And so when I discovered AR and how simple it was, because I thought it was really difficult to do, and once I found that, I put my first show together 3 years ago, and I printed out pieces on canvases and I attached them with AR, and it worked and people loved it. So I just kind of took that as a lead and I kept going with it. Like, I printed out more pieces, and then like as I moved into merch, like the postcards are really great because like the prints are really expensive and the postcards are really affordable for everybody. So they're $20 and they become like this great seller. And anything like my t-shirts have augmented reality, my business cards have augmented, because it's once you do one thing, that's it. Like once I got the AR thing, like I'm a video artist, but I live in a physical world and I don't really like screens.
This is
In the
crazy.
sense that, I mean, look, we're on a screen, and this is the AR is through a screen, right? But what I mean is that like, I actually like the fact that my artwork is a still motion, it's frozen, and you have to decide to make it go, right? Because when we see a screen out of the corner of our eye, we know what's there, and so we're like, oh, we're gonna watch it or we're gonna ignore it, but like we know what it is, right? But with this, there's like a little bit of anticipation where you don't know what you're going to get. Like you don't know what you're going to get. And I like that. I like that you have to work for it and you have to wait for it. Even if it's a fraction of a second, you don't know where it's going to go. And that brings so much joy to people's faces. Like I see it. They're like, oh, what? They love it. And it's so exciting. Like it's so exciting. Wait, I'm going to show you another one. I'm going to show you Mickey Mouse. Right, this is one of my favorite ones, right? Because you think you know where this is going to go, right? By the way, this is the only one of mine that is not a photograph. I did it around when when Mickey Mouse got like the copyright went a couple years ago. Everyone did glitch art for that, so I did one of these, and then this one. What? No, is that light?
Oh, look at that. Oh,
Different.
there it is. There it is. It's going. So now,
I put in a totally different clip from there.
what triggers the does it recognize the piece of the artwork and that's what triggers it, or is there like a QR code? How does it work?
No, it recognizes the piece. Like this image, like the dollar bill is done. I should do the $5 bill. The dollar bill is done, and I didn't do it. It's just like whoever does it and tags it, it's theirs and they have it. So anyone can do it. Like anyone can do it. It's like whatever, and because all the art is different. You know what I mean? Like, it recognizes the pattern and the shape of it, and because of that, it understands that it's a different image, so it doesn't confuse the two. Although this one, there's another picture of Mickey that triggers it as well that's not glitched, and that has fought a little bit because it's a thing from Steamboat Willie and someone else did something similar. And I think I was doing a pitch for AR and someone wanted some Grateful Dead, and the Steal Your Face was done. So whoever does it first. Someone can do it, but you don't know until it's kind of being done. But generally, like, there's so much art, like you're not gonna have, people aren't generally doing the same thing. So yeah, so it recognizes the image, and that's just how it does it. Because like, think about how different art is and how different it looks. So that's a billion different images.
So interesting because so we're about an hour in already. So just letting you know, the hour went pretty fast.
I told you I had a lot to talk about.
It's time flies on this show, man. I don't know what it is with this show. I've never seen 2 hours go so quick in my life. Um, so you know what they say, good conversation, time flies.
Yeah.
Okay, so fascinating because you're in the NFT world, which is all digital, but yet you gravitate towards physicals, and you've applied digital effects to physicals. You chose postcards over prints because you're right. It is a lot more affordable. That is no decision made by an amateur or by a fluke or mistake. That's someone who really understands merchandising. Um,
Well, somebody told me that. I do pop-ups in Prospect Park. And I'll just sort of go bring my stuff there. And there's a lot of vendors there, and everyone's really nice, really helpful. Someone said, these are great, but you want something at an affordable price that like people can get. Like you can't just have $400 prints.
yeah,
You need something like smaller that people can get. And I get these printed at Moo, and it just seemed like, okay, cool. I'm going to try some postcards and see how they go. And people were really into it. And I sell these to people who have never heard about augmented reality glitch art. I don't really care about it. Like some of them knew, some of them don't, but like they just like the piece itself. So it kind of opens up, and it's a price point where it's like people will get 2 or 3 sometimes, you know, because it's a nice price point, but like it adds up.
so a lot of times, you know, when we're in spaces or talking to other artists, there's a lot of focus and concentration on the NFT and the digital asset sale of this, but you seem to focus on more physicals, merchandise, and not only that, but you seem to be taking advantage of social media as well, which I don't hear too many artists talking about, you know, live streaming on TikTok and things of that nature. So I was just curious from your perspective and your experience, and now you're applying everything to your art. Um, you said it before perfectly. Your art character, your
All right.
the visceral glitch character, the brand, right? The brand. You know, is how important is everything that you are doing? I mean, how important is TikTok, and how important is making sure these physicals get out there? I mean, you're making sales, and where, you know, a lot of times when I'm speaking to artists, especially in the space, it's very heavily concentrated on, you know, the digital arts and the sale of the digital asset off of, you know, whatever platform or marketplace or wherever they're selling it. It doesn't go too far past that. And very rarely do I hear TikTok or physicals. So I was just curious, how did you implement, like, what was what was it strictly because it was like, okay, hey, I got to make sales and I would rather provide a physical, or did the augmented reality help with? I mean, you came up with
The AR helped with it, and I just kind of saw it as an avenue to sell art.
okay.
In the same way that like NFTs are an avenue to sell art. And to be honest, I kind of sell more physical than NFTs, but I have not been, and this is part of like my sort of like generational trauma getting over. Like, you know, like I'm fine online, but I've been like really harsh on myself of like not promoting myself enough online. And sort of like I just did a collection called The Glitches of Brooklyn, and I did like one promo for it, right? And it's like I need to do more of those. So it's like I just put another one out today for it, and it's like I've got a whole campaign building up for it. But when I'm on the corner and I do like shows and stuff, like I can sit there and I talk to people, and then like they're looking at my art, I start talking to them, and they want more, and then they end up buying a piece. And it's a very physical, like one-to-one, and I don't have the same kind of luck online with NFT spaces. Like the people that buy my stuff, I generally know them or I get to know them. Um, but I haven't, like, I'm sort of expanding out more but like I feel like I do better in the physical world at the moment. But I'm trying to balance that out. And a lot of it is just like I have no idea how to sell art. I've only really been selling it for 3 years, which isn't really long. And that's coming from like a zero place of like not being an entrepreneur, always working for people, not even like knowing how to write an art description or an art bio, you know. And that's kind of been, it's a huge learning curve for to kind of like get to that. So I have, and I might spread myself too thin. Like I launched a coin over Christmas. So because I was chatting with somebody like, we can launch coin. All right, let's launch a coin. Great. Okay, cool. Launch a coin. That was really easy. Oh shit, I have to do a lot of work with it now. I don't have time for this. Because it's a lot, right? And so I don't know. Do you know about human design?
Wait.
Have you ever heard of human design?
Human design?
Human design. Yeah.
No. Well, I might. I mean, it's usually I know stuff, but I don't know the technical terms for it.
Yeah. It's almost like a horoscope, but it's not. It's more technical than that. It's sort of like it looks at like where you're born, when you're born, and it sort of calculates the kind of person you are. And it's like literally like a blueprint of your life, right? And I'm something that's called like a manifest generator, which means like I create things, I make things, I think of things, I make things, I think of things, I make things, and like which is great for art, but it also means like I have to put up boundaries, or like I make a coin and be like, oh wait, I can't handle this at the moment. That's a whole other thing. So like I'm always kind of just doing more and more and more, and I'm always just like open to things, and it's in a way I can be too open. So it's like I'm trying to like just focus on one thing at a time because I can go so broad. But it's like I love the people in the Web3 space, but I like the physical things, and so like it's a lot of and. I don't feel like it's an or. I don't want to close myself off because like I'm emerging. You know, I don't want to like cut myself off from anything.
Sure. Well, I mean, from your so just from your opinion,
Yeah.
and just from your opinion and perspective, why? I mean, you could have spent all your time selling digital assets online. Why merch? Why that direction? Why did that make sense to you?
I like going to the markets, and I like having that physical interaction with people, and I like showing my work off. And I don't get the same energy from spaces usually. I don't do that many spaces anymore. I've kind of fallen out of spaces because like I can't get anything done if I'm in spaces all the time, right? And I feel like there's a while like you just do spaces and you go up there and you're like, hi, I'm the Visceral Glitch. Here's my project, blah, 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 blah. And there's everyone in this room is just there to chill. Nobody's there to buy. There's no collectors there, right? And so it's always like, oh, that's really great. That's right. Okay, next person, right? And I don't.
You ain't lying.
Right? So I don't feel like that's actually doing me any good. I don't feel like it's doing me any favors, you know? And so I kind of stopped. Like, I won't go to the chill spaces. And, you know, like I'll do some of my friend, you know, I'll do friend shows. I'll do your show. I'll do like timepieces and stuff. And like, I'll go in there. But like, generally, like, I'm not really doing that because when I'm in spaces all the time, it feels like I'm in a conference, you know, and which can be really great. And like if my friends have a space and I want to support them and you know that stuff, but like how am I supposed to get work done? You know, it's like these are my merch postcards, right? And I've now just have a TikTok shop. So it's like I have to enter all of that into TikTok, right? So that takes a long time. Like you have to shoot them and edit them and write them and stuff like that. And then that all has to go into the website. So it's like if I'm listening in spaces for all day, it's like, how can I do that? How can I get anything done?
TikTok shop is a good place to be too because it's where all the money is right now. It seems like all the money was in Shopify, and then it kind of bounced to Amazon stores, and now it bounced to the TikTok shops. So I talk about it all the time, but TikTok is a really good place to be right now when it comes to the TikTok shop and getting your art to an audience, as well as TikTok allowing you to go outside the algorithm, and if they see you have something that's doing very well, they'll feed it to an audience that would never normally see anything like that, which then opens up, an opportunity for you to really be discovered by a completely different group of people who wouldn't normally come across your art, so to speak. TikTok has that type of algorithm that, so, oh, hey, there's something over here is doing really well. Let's feed it to the masses and see how it does. And then, at least you stand a chance at picking up steam and getting some traction over on TikTok. Whereas a lot of other social medias, it's a little difficult to get some traction. So, in my opinion, you're in the right place, the right time, doing the right thing, especially building a TikTok shop, which a lot of people don't listen to. But, if you catch a viral or two over there or something really decides to take off, stand a chance at, bringing in a lot of people, a lot of views, and that might just equal a lot of sales. So
yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. I just started doing them a couple weeks ago. And I just kind of get in there and talk about my pieces, and it's kind of slowly building up. And then also, it's like, look, that's my job, is to sell my art. Like, I decided, like, I'm making it, and if I'm, it's like, if I'm gonna sell this, right, I actually have to work at selling it, right? So it's like, that's part of it. It's like making it easier for people to buy. Like, I just revamped my website recently. Like, my website before was like, oh, it's so designed, it's got all these layers and textures and blah blah blah. It's like, no, can I just see your products? Your product's enough. I don't, just a white wall is fine. I don't need to see it. And I was like, yes, makes it a lot easier. And then thinking to myself as like, commerce, if I'm going to do it and sell it, like, I have to keep as many avenues open. So it means like promoting my NFT projects more on Twitter. It means putting stuff on a TikTok. It means going live with it. It means making promos for it. It means like all that stuff. So people get to know me as an artist, and they understand where I'm coming from. Because like, if you don't know where I'm coming from, you don't really know what I've made. Like, you might like it, right? But like, you may not know the deeper meaning by it. And like, yeah, I think that might put some people off. So I'm always looking for ways to connect with people and grow my community and build with them and connect with them, and for them to like, hopefully, I want them to understand my art and sort of get inspired by it. I love that,
we're about an hour and 10 in. Glitch.
Yeah.
What do you think if we hop on the computer and show everybody what it is we're sitting here talking about?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, I think it's a good time.
Right.
Really quickly, and while I set up, I'm gonna ask you this: what the cards that you create, how do you handle that print wise? Do you see them as being 1/1s or 1/100s? Do they even have an edition, or how do you handle that?
Oh yeah, they're not editions. They're not editions like that.
So they're just open editions.
They're open editions. Because like, I can't afford to put them with NFTs, and it doesn't make sense to. Like, they're just like the cards, and some of them do have NFTs, but they're not. It's a different product. It's a different product. Because with the postcards, like, there's some great ones, and I feel like they're an entry point. They're not the same as an NFT. They're not the same as a big print. They're $20. So I feel like for $20, you're not gonna get a 1/1. Okay. You're not gonna get a 1/1, and that's okay. Like, I don't think anyone thinks that those are 1/1s.
Also, that's an interesting thing that you said there as well. You said they're kind of like an introductory, an onboarding to your art, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, what a nice way to introduce people with a quick $20 onboard there, right?
Yeah. That's the point. It's like, I want to sort of get them at points. It's like in the same, I have different collections. So it's like, I have like my trash collection, which is a little bit cheaper. I've got Glitch of Culture, which is a little bit cheaper. Those are kind of like under $10, 10 and under, all of those pieces. And then I've got the Glitches of Brooklyn, which those are around $50 each. That's a new collection that's just come out, and then like they go up from there. But it's like trying to figure out like the midpoints, and it's I've never sold art before. I don't really have anyone to guide me through it. I'm just kind of figuring it out, and I kind of just want to try as many options as possible. So like someone suggested the postcards, and I was like, great. And then I also do t-shirts as well. I wanted to do t-shirts, and that took a while to figure out as well, the best ones, because it's like quality is really important to me. So like I got these printed up in Brooklyn. I was doing drop shipping ones at first, but then I was like, people want to buy stuff. If it's there, they'll buy it. They're less likely to order it. And I found a place in Sunset Park that does really good print jobs of it. And I wanted good material, like thick cotton. All my stuff, like it's really good quality, because it's stuff that I want. I don't want to wear polyester. I don't want to wear like unnatural fibers and stuff like that. So I wear stuff that I want to wear, and I kind of only wear my clothes now.
Okay. What I'm doing.
Yeah.
Well, oh, you know what? We had a nice conversation today, and you did not say, Mark, where are you? Here we go. I almost forgot to change the camera there. Now we're talking to each other. Okay, what I'm doing as I speak to you right now is I'm just opening up all the links that you sent me, so we can go through all of this, because I know that you sent me a lot of links, and I want to make sure we get to all of this. That's all. And this is your Instagram reel, yeah? Okay, right. Okay.
Yeah, there's that one. So I started doing these drawings called Golden Circuits, and it's a explainer video of that where I did a speed up process.
Okay, hang on, because we got a lot to go through here. I want to take note of the email subscriber box that comes up immediately. The most important thing a website could have is the subscribe box when it comes up, right? Because God forbid you get like you go pissing in someone else's social media pool. They're very sensitive, these social medias. So if you upset someone, if the glitch artwork is too good, sometimes they just like to delete your page, Yeah. So this email subscriber list is the first thing that helps when it comes to, reestablishing. At least you can get back in touch with an audience. That's nice to see. Now, what I have here is I have your website open. And because you sent me a lot of links, I want to take everybody through a tour of all of your art. The best way I would do it is I would normally just go to IG. I would scroll back as far as possible, and then I would have a conversation with you as we click through these artworks and show everybody what you have got going on. But due to the fact that, hang on, IG, sorry about that. Okay, now you guys are on point. Now you see everything that we see. So I know there's a lot that you have with link-wise and a lot that you want to talk about. So
we don't have to talk about everything. I just put everything out there, and like we can talk about what you want to talk about. I just have a lot of things.
Okay.
So you can scroll back to the beginning if you want to scroll back to the beginning. Scroll all the way.
I am. Did this become everydays for you almost, or?
It's not everydays now. I've fallen off, but for a while it was. Like I did a 100-day challenge, and I was doing so many. I was like, can I do more than one a day? I was doing like there's a point I was doing like 5 or 6 a day. I do them like I'd like to do them every day. I don't do them if I go out, and I don't usually do them on the weekends. Sometimes like it's like I usually do them at the end of the day. But if I'm gonna hang out with my wife, then I may not do it. But that's okay. I sort of feel like I used to do every day, and I could do every day. Oh, see, it's so funny because like you scroll through, so everyone, like all of these all of these have points where they came out for the first time, and it's so interesting to kind of see them together. Yeah, that was just Empire State Glitch.
Okay. So I don't know which way to go. Because there's
7 years.
there's a lot here, right? And
Yeah, I mean, you can scroll, like, it's really interesting because it's like the first ones there. I mean, I'm happy to talk about the early ones. It's really interesting because it's me just exploring it, and it's exploring it in a way that like feels really like it was just fun and carefree. I wasn't even thinking about it.
all right, I'm still scrolling. Hang on.
Oh yeah, you're not even close.
Oh, shit.
Just trash art. I was doing a big trash art collection at that point.
Is well, you know what's interesting is this definitely one of the hardest things to do is to keep active on social
Yeah.
media, right? A lot of people they'll sit and create a piece of artwork for like 6 months and do 3 posts about it because then that's it. It's like, oh, I'm finished. Here's my artwork. Whereas you have the ability to create quite a bit, especially if you're out there shooting a lot of photos, a lot of images, and then you're bopping over on your phone and you get a chance to apply all these different filters. And so you could easily produce, especially now that you're not doing it on After Effects. I was going to say After Effects, you got to sit there and, shit, what do you call those little things? What do you call it when you make oh shit, I forgot what you call them. A little they call you mark it like, all right, we're gonna move it from here to here, but they call it. Thank you. I was gonna say it's.
I'm a legit motion designer. I know what
you like I said, sometimes I have issues with the technical, but I know it when I hear it. Yes, thank you. Keyframe, right? You sitting there doing keyframes all day for one piece of art. Take you 6 hours, and then boom, you post it. And but now with the use of and this was another question that I had for you, which was AI. Okay. Now with the use of the apps on the phone and discovering different methods where apps are automatically glitching for you, and all you are is setting some faders and whatnot. Obviously, well, maybe more. I don't want to. I don't. Maybe there's more than just the faders, but keyframes. I know it's probably simplified it a lot more than keyframes on After Effects.
Yeah.
And now also with the implementation of AI, and I don't know if you have implemented AI in your glitch art, but you have the ability to produce a lot of art. Do you find that this helps more, being able to release more? Because a lot of times you hear people say quality over quantity. A lot of times people say quality over quantity, but when it comes to the internet social media game, especially on TikTok and on the gram and even on X, is this a do you feel a quantity over quality situation, or is there a way to attain both quality and quantity and release at this type of is it important to release at this type of, you know what I'm trying to ask?
Yeah. So what I would say is, like, Instagram is just my sketch pad.
Okay.
Like, it's the first time it goes down. It's just like my daily practice. It's like I do like 5 a week. Like, I don't do it every day, but like I really try to do it. Like I'd like to.
Okay.
So it's a daily practice, right? And I don't know necessarily at the time what it's going to be. It may not live on, right? But like before it becomes like a piece of art, like I have to choose it. I have to master it. So this is just like, it's a sketch pad, and then what I do with it after, then it becomes like a proper piece, where it's like I'll make a perfect loop. I might add some more things to it. If it becomes AR, I might add a different layer to it. Like, there's different things that I'll do to it. Yeah, this was like 7 years ago. Those are my first ones. Yeah.
This
Those-
might
see,
this
like,
this
that
this
was my
might
first
this you know
1,000 followers. This was when I was just using one app, and they're all still images.
Yeah, this is so a lot of times well, this might just be I might not have the luxury of being able to click and sit here and chat with you as I click through this entire 7 years. I don't think we have I don't think I have the luxury of doing that. So this this just
No,
might
but I'll show
become
you
a
the first
scroll
one. It's kind
thread
of
here
funny.
where
Yeah. So a lot of it is just like these is a sketch pad, so it's like anything is allowed on there, right? It may never get printed. In fact, most of the things on there aren't
I
printed.
think we're
Like I
here.
only have maybe like 100 things that are printed, and I have like 3,000 pieces or something. A lot. I've been doing this for a long time. So yeah.
Yeah, I think we have
So,
arrived.
okay, so on the third line is a picture from the Noel Gallagher show. The blue background. That was a tree. Yeah, and that's in Gowanus. That's not glitch.
No, these are just the photos that you're in the
Yeah. But if
beginning,
you
right?
go up like the next one, there's the yeah, there's that, and then
Is it like the
one
circle
more.
with the star?
Yeah, that one I thought was really interesting. So this kind of sets the tone. And then Gestalt was that's the Noel Gallagher show. And then after that is actually a video that I did in After Effects. And then I think it starts then.
Ah. Embrace Chaos was done in After Effects?
That was done in After Effects. Yeah, because I wasn't doing video at that time. That was just
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, but I've never installed that.
You have the ability. Well, now that you actually have done both, right? Are you?
That's the first one. That was a lump of clay.
So are you like the fact that, how do I say this? The fact that well, you know the time involved it takes as soon as you open up that After Effects program, you know what goes. You know how long you're sitting there when it comes to just even if you're animating a title, right? You know the time that's involved, and now you've had the luxury, ability, experience, and now you see how quickly things can be done through apps and AI. Are you? Is it a relief? Do you find it to be a relief now that the workflow can move faster, or does it hurt? And is it better to go step by step with the creative process? Like what I know my opinion and my thoughts on it because I know the time involved. I also know you know the time involved, but now you have a different way of creating as well. So does it hurt? Does it help? Do you feel like it speeds up the workflow, slows?
I don't really think about it. I don't use AI in my art. It's funny because in February, I was considering it, and instead of going into AI, I went full on pen paper. So I went in the opposite direction, and now I don't know. I don't have a desire to do it. I'm not against it. I have some good friends of mine that do some incredible pieces with AI. I've got a good friend of mine named Max Capacity who did a project called Boys Bikini Club, and it's Trump and Putin and Elon and these sexy bikinis and water things, and it's that's hilarious, right? And to me, that's perfect for AI. And my friend Chaz Gold does this really beautiful, maximalist, futuristic. So I think that there's people that do amazing stuff with the AI, but it doesn't seem. I don't want to sit and write prompts. I think that's what it boils down to. I really go with I get into my world and I feel it, and it's visual.
This is good. This problem and solution one is really good.
Oh yeah, the problem and solution one's good. That was just a tutorial.
Nah, this is okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't mean to.
with a glossy mirror on the bottom. That's an After Effects piece. That's an After Effects piece. And here's the thing: is that like because the glitches aren't so we didn't talk about this, but my philosophy with my art is wabi sabi. Do you know what wabi sabi is?
What you see is what you get. Is that wabi sabi? No, wabi sabi. Why do I feel like I know this the minute you say it, but I don't?
It's Japanese.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Maybe I know. I
It
thought it was.
means beauty of the imperfection. So it's mostly used in tea ceremonies in nature because like old cups of tea are different and nature's all different and they're all
Okay.
beautiful, right? And so that's actually an After Effects one. that spiral thing. I'm looking at these like out of the corner of my eye. It is the beauty of the imperfection. So my pieces are not perfect. And they're valid for that because they're intentionally not perfect. And so that's kind of my approach with all of the pieces is that like they're not perfect. And I feel like in After Effects all that they want to be perfect. And I like how the phone adds a grit and texture to it that you can't get otherwise. You can't get it. I can't create this shape in Photoshop. I can't do it. I can't do it. I've tried. And I even got this one, I got a glitch plugin. I saw a glitch plugin and I tried to use it and it was awful. You'd like make one tiny move and it would take like 3 minutes and it would like move something in a way that didn't make any sense and you couldn't undo it. You can't see what you're doing. And so I just kind of gave up on that and realized that like the apps, I have such freedom in the apps. I also love the fact that I can do work on the train. I can do work outside. I can do work anywhere. And I can like instantly get it. You know, like if you're doing prompts, if you're doing AI, like it's a lot. I actually feel like it's a lot more work. And part of my job, part of what I'm doing is that I'm allowing these pieces to be. And so that part of it is like this visual experimentation with it. Those are my first movie ones.
That's an interesting outtake. No AI. I was gonna
No
ask
AI,
you
no
if
generative. Again, I'm not against it. Like I think everyone, if you're an artist and you're valid, like people are like, oh, it can be really boring. I'm like, oh, you can make really boring oil paintings as well. Like anyone can make boring art, or it can be interesting. Like, how are you using the medium? Why is it best suited for what you're doing? You know, I think it's valid. You know, I wouldn't ever do like client work with AI because like you always have to fix things. But like for if you figured out how to make some art and you figure out how to make it work and you like it, then why is that not valid? And also what you do it like I've got a good friend of mine that does like AI stuff and then he runs it through ASCII filters and colors and stuff. So it's like it's AI and it's more like that's just a starting point.
quite a few of these give me the feeling of when the you're gonna laugh, but a lot of times I get the when I'm as I'm scrolling through your art, quite a few of these have given me the feeling of when the 35 millimeter film gets stuck in the projector. And,
Yeah.
it starts to burn, and you start to see the film basically melt, and yeah, that's the feeling I get quite a few times. A couple of these pieces.
Oh, cool. Yeah, these are really early ones. And they were at that point I was only using glitch. Like any ones that like seem longer or look better, those are After Effects. There's a few of them that are After Effects, but most of these are just done with glitch. And then there was like a few you could make these animated loops in glitch. They're not great, so I don't really use them anymore, but like at that point I was just experimenting with it. And I was like, wow, it's so interesting doing animation in this kind of free form. Like there's a lot of randomness to it. Like it's like there is a randomness to it, but I'm choosing that randomness. they're constructed. They're very constructed. Because I think about white space all the time, and I think about the pieces having space for thought. So that's what I'm always working on achieving in my pieces. Like, what are you taking away? Is there something? Is there like there's a lot of chaos and noise, but there variety within the piece? You've got a lot of chaos, but where's the white space?
Yeah, this is a great piece right here. I like this piece.
Oh yeah. That was done in Cinema 4D.
This has like a Tron feel
It's a
to it,
Tron
and and it glitches out as you're getting.
vaporwave. Yeah. That was a Cinema 4D piece.
Yeah,
That's not on a phone. Like that's a whole lot. That was a whole big
yeah,
thing.
you could see the difference in quality now as I'm going through this, right? I could see the difference from an app to like when you sit down and you really punch something out. Like,
Yeah, man, it's
yeah.
so clean
Oh
and
yeah.
it's nice, but like to me,
I love your clean work. I know you have your issues with it, but I don't. I love this.
no, they're not bad. They're beautiful. Like I think they're really great, but like it's just a different modality.
It
And
certainly
it's
doesn't have
like,
that grittiness and that grime to it.
no, and I can't do it on the train. That's a project I have to come back to, and it's
Right,
like that.
right.
Like, I love.
The stuff you do on the train keeps you active, but I mean, this piece right here, to me, this is like a work of art right here, man. I feel
Yeah,
like I need to see this on Super Rare or something, like.
really. Wow, that's so funny. I actually have some other pieces like that. That it's like I did all these building glitches. That was like my first summer because I was doing these kind of in between. I was kind of like doing tutorials, um, and yeah, just like learning different stuff in the programs. Oh yeah, there's a Coney Island one coming up as well. That's also done in Cinema 4D, and it's rare because I so rarely use Cinema 4D, but I use it a few times with stuff. Um,
I'm just stopping on stuff that kind of catches my eye.
yeah, I mean, this is like the early stuff. So like, there's like these. It's not it's not my best. Like it's just kind of figuring out the program. Oh, that one I actually really love.
Oh
That one
shit.
that you just hit. That's got the white. It's actually an air conditioner, but this one's really cool as well. That
There's
was the 4D one.
no way I'm gonna know what you're referring to.
Coney Island.
I'm
Yeah.
clicking. I'm clicking fast.
Oh right, yeah. A
Uh,
lot of it is just kind of figuring stuff out. Like I never really made stuff on the phone, and this is why like I didn't this stuff didn't feel right to sell. Like I wasn't at that stage yet, like even considering it. Like I was just like, I'm just making daily exercises for fun. Like that's what these were.
To be truthful here, let's it's being honest. Oh, this is keeping you active rather
Yeah.
than not posting. Most people.
Exactly.
Okay, right. Most artists will just be like, "Ah, fuck it, I'll wait till I'm finished," right? But and this is really important, I think, and this is, I think, really important for the audience, is that you didn't really sit back and say where a lot of people say it needs to be perfect. And I actually feel kind of like I fucked up when I told you to fix the camera. You should have left it tilted. You know what I mean? Like now it's suiting. It fit. Now you got this like pink and blue beam running across with the light, and like so. And before, when you were like, I need a light, and I'm like, Jesus, you look like you're glitching. I wasn't joking. Like now, it makes sense. It only made sense to have you come through as like Max Headroom, right? I was big into that TV show, Max Headroom. And like that. Technically, Max Headroom. What you had a name for that time period. He was glitch.
He was kind of glitching. I mean, that was pretty. Yeah, it was 3D.
That was kind of vaporwave, no?
There wasn't 3D animation at that time, And it's not particularly realistic, but it was boxy, and like that was animation, and that was like 86, 586.
So that's it's just like interesting putting this shit all together and then getting to know you as an artist and then looking at your art. And it's like,
Yeah.
there's important things here. Like you might not feel like this is your best stuff. And you could clearly see the quality difference when you sit down and you do something in After Effects compared to punching something through the phone. But this keeps you active. This keeps you posting. This keeps you relevant, right? It keeps you
It was just like getting stuff out.
right,
Like
right, which is the hardest
I
part.
was like building an audience. People were connecting with it. Like
Right,
I didn't know
right,
where it was gonna
right,
go. I
right.
just felt like doing it. I just wanted to put it out there, and so it was just for joy. I wasn't trying to like build a following. I wasn't trying to do anything. I just like for the longest time, I didn't even write anything or put any hashtags. I just put it out. And then
And
I was like, oh, I should put hashtags in. And then like I went back and added hashtags to it, and it sort of caught a zeitgeist with people. But that wasn't my original intention. But once it started to move in that direction, I was like, this feels right. And it's like I want to do it more, and I want to create more, and I want to tell more stories, and I want to inspire people. And it's like, it's like, and it's really just encouraging of just like to keep making stuff because you don't know where it's going to go. Like I didn't, these are like, the early pieces. I wouldn't know at this point. I would change my name to the Visceral Glitch and paint my nails black and sell NFTs and do drawing and make augmented reality glitch art. Like that wasn't even, I wasn't thinking that. And I felt like it allowed me to develop in a way that like, sometimes musical bands have that as well, where it's like now bands, there's so much pressure for them to like do all these things where it's like they just kind of need time to write songs. This was a point where I was just developing my look and my style, and just kind of figuring out like how to make something and be free about it, and it's not for a client. It's not for a client. It's for me. If someone likes it, great, but it doesn't actually matter. It's not for the client. It's for me. And I hadn't really done art for me before. I didn't know what that was.
it's kind of like you're learning the tools, you're sharpening the knives. You're preparing for your masterpiece. You're cleaning the brushes and you're just seeing what works and what playing around with the buttons and things of that nature. But what I find most, it's not to take anything away from that, but the most important thing that you could walk away from this is it kept you active and it kept you posting, and it kept you into it. Where I think a lot of times artists, right? Oh, it needs to be perfect. I don't know what to post. I don't know what to put up. Oh, I'll just wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow. A month later, you get your one post, right? Because finally it's complete. But the 30 days in between where you should have been posting and letting people know and building hype and staying
Daily
relevant,
practice.
right?
Daily
Staying relevant, staying in eyesight. It's a lot of times people disappear. Then you see a post and you're like, oh, I remember that guy. I thought he died, right? But here you are taking advantage of the software of learning, putting
Yeah.
things together and then posting at a rapid pace, which is where a lot of artists fail. A lot of artists have problems with marketing and posting. So where you say you got to do better, I say you're doing great during this time period, right? Because
Yeah, I mean, for that time period, like that's what I wanted to do, and like that it kept me out of depression. Like I was kind of between jobs, so it's like something to do during the day.
I'm gonna share
Yeah.
I'm gonna share something with you right now. My Instagram is a graveyard, right? All that's on my gram are these flyers for the show, and I often say to myself, I should post at least once a day. My art. I'm a photographer. I should just post once a day, and then if I let you in secretly to this private session of me trying to like find the perfect post. And like after like a half an hour to an hour of it, I'm at the point where I'm so fucking frustrated with myself because it's like I can't. It's well, I like this and I like this, and let me change it like that. And then after an hour of that shit, I'm like, fuck it, like forget it, like I'm not posting nothing now, right? So like if I would let you into like this hour of like I've wasted time and just like fuck, I'm not doing right. And so to me, what's so great about you is I feel like you don't get hung up on that, you know, and I wish I had more of that because I feel like you follow how you feel. Let's go back to the beginning of the show, which is super important because you just let the shit flow, you know, and then you come to something, you solidify on it. Whether, like you said, not perfect, that's a lot of artists' issues, right? I'm perfect. It's got to be perfect. Everything's got to be perfect. And it's that perfection, that perfectionist that kills the post. Whereas you're like, you know what? It'll be perfect tomorrow. Let's get this out. Boom. Next one, next one, next one, next one.
Tomorrow's another day. You can do another one.
And
like
it's so important for an artist to think like this. I'm actually envious because I wish I could just let shit fly, you know, but it's like this whole fucking process before a post, the perfect writing, the perfect hashtag. By the time you get to the end of the post, you bug out. You don't even want to forget it. I'll do it tomorrow, right? Save draft, right? And so like, it's interesting because such a massive amount of content and you always hear the constant argument or battle of, you know, quality over quantity, quantity over quality. What's more important today? But, you know, you've kept yourself relevant just by doing this. And so it's fucking important right now for people to understand this, that you've kept active, right? So, you know, maybe not every photo's perfect, but hey, maybe I shoot a picture of a puddle, get it up, get it out there, boom, done. Hey, you know, today's sky, and I wish I had more of that in me. But the process becomes so frustrating that it becomes a you know, something that you end up shying away from. And that's where, go ahead. I was going to say, this is where most artists...
you got to figure out a formula. Like I figured out a formula for all my pieces, right? So it's like, they go through the same process, right? I mean, I'm calculating them, I'm figuring them out, but it's like I roughly know where they're going, right? And then I just put it out there because it's like it doesn't matter. There are points, and I'm not really like this anymore, but I remember there were points where I was like, oh, that's so ugly, I can't put it out, but I don't have anything else to put out, so I gotta put it out. No one's gonna like it, right? And I put it out.
Yeah, right. Oh
my God, that's amazing. And it's just like,
that's
okay,
every post. That's every post I make is that, you know?
Right.
But you got past that.
To release that. You just have to release that and just be like, it doesn't actually matter. It doesn't actually matter. It doesn't matter. Like there's so much like pressure on that. I'm trying to work on that with like my physical, like my new pieces and actually talking about my art. It's much easier to do it. Like that's my comfort zone now. Right. So it's like, and when I started drawing, that was actually really nervous for me. I didn't want to do that. And I was like, oh, that's meaning I'm uncomfortable. So I should definitely do that.
Now, your drawing work, is that's on IG? Is that here? Okay, let's
but it's like way later. It's only in February this year. I did this one today.
I'm gonna close this up because I think we'll be here for the next hour of me scrolling through.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's so interesting.
I want to
see those very many anymore.
Let's see. What I do want to do is I do want to go over some of these links, and I want to bring people into the future, rather than 7 years ago, and I want to show them how you evolved. Because we'll be here for 2 more hours if I keep clicking here.
It's a lot to go through.
You know,
I would just like go out and go back into it.
I'm gonna. I know what you're saying. Yeah, no, I don't want to do that yet because I want to scroll through everything as if I'm living your life for 7 years.
I hit 1,000K. That was my first. That was for summer.
It's because to me this is the evolution of your art to who you are today, right? And
Yeah,
and
totally.
in order to get to know who you are today, this is all pieces of you. This
Well,
is
there's a point where I fall out of this, and it was actually during COVID. And
okay.
oh man, it's so funny. You just passed that piece. It's one of my oldest pieces, and it didn't even have a video at first. Um, Sorry, I get distracted by it.
Sorry.
Yeah, there's a point. There's a point in 2000 where I'm so afraid to sell my stuff as art, and there's no way I'm going to do it. And I decide that I actually want to have a content studio. That Visceral Glitch is going to be a content studio for the music industry, and I tried to make it a content agency for the music industry. And so I did it during COVID. I did a show. I did a live stream show where I got bands to perform. I did some music stuff, and I didn't work with some good people, and I just got caught, and that disintegrated. And I was like, at that point, I'm going to start selling my art or figuring out how to sell it. But so you'll see stuff in like the 2020 time period.
I feel like we're in the collage era right now.
Oh,
Were you
yeah.
collaging right here? During
Oh,
this?
yeah. I go to Japan. Yeah, these are all my Japanese pictures. I love the Japanese shots. Those are all
Oh, maybe
Japanese.
that's a picture of collage. Maybe that's what it is.
They're kind of collaged. They're layered on top of each other. At this point, they're not motion yet. I only did motion, so I was like, at this point, like I was doing really well. And then at some point, July 4th weekend, they changed the algorithm, and I put up a post. I was actually in Asbury Park, and I put up a July 4th post with Bruce Springsteen that got like no likes, and I was like, "What the fuck?" It's like Bruce Springsteen. Come on. And I looked up, and they changed the algorithm to do motion. And at that point, I start adding some motion to them. But it took a while to figure out the glitch motion, because there's a point where I'm starting to make these into short edits, and the short edits don't really, they're okay, but it's like, and you saw a few of those early ones, not the After Effects ones, but they're sort of like these like 10 frame loops. Oh yeah, that was logo. I put everything up there. But yeah, I started doing it because oh yeah, that was awesome, right? You have to hear the sound of that, because the sound of that makes it.
It's Darth Vader.
Yeah, but the song of it, right? Brian Tyler.
Hang on. I'm gonna let the audio play. Give me. Hang on.
Okay.
Like mashups.
I was showing my daughter Star Wars, and we were watching the third one, and I was like, man, Anakin, he really has a total eclipse of the heart. And he kind of does, right? He becomes Darth Vader, like he really like fucking loses it. And I thought that was really funny to put with that song, just because it's super goofy.
Not to mention that even your sounds are glitched out a little bit.
Well, there are a lot. So I have a bank of sound effects, of glitch sound effects, and they're all actually all really short. They're like 1 to 2 seconds, and they're like a bit. But my posts are 10 seconds, so it's like I take the sound effects and I pull them out. Yeah, that was Iceland.
I feel like we hit the video phase.
Yeah, you're in video now. Oh, there's a great Bowie one there. Yeah, these are like the early video ones where it's like I hadn't figured out the loops. I was really working on edits, and I was trying to figure out like how to make them, how these were gonna look. And it wasn't until I sort of went back. So I had this studio for a while. We did some stuff, fell apart, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna figure out how to sell um, art, and I'm gonna look into NFTs. And I went through my back catalog, and I sort of just like sort of looking at everything. And there was like some pieces were really good early on that I wanted to carry on, and some of them weren't. Like this is actually a really early piece, the train glitch. It's like in the first year, but I thought that it was really powerful and wanted to live on. And so I just kind of like I figured out a formula to make them. Like these ones got to be too much edits. Like it doesn't make sense to make them on the phone, and it was kind of gathering too much information, and they didn't like they yeah they were just kind of too abstract. I don't know. That's a promo I did for music. It was like
Yeah,
filming.
Usually I'm not. Usually it's difficult for me to get into the glitch stuff, but your stuff is pretty good, really good actually.
Thank you.
It's not difficult to sit here and because you know what, a lot of times when it gets, I feel like they glitch it so far past recognition, but uh, right? I mean, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but like sometimes I feel like I'm looking at glitch art and I'm like, well, I can't even figure out what the fuck this is. So it's nice when you can identify at least.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. It's like it's important for me to have heroes in it. Like even this one, right? Even this one, right? It's a dumpster, right? It's still actually a dumpster. It's a hero. You know what it is, right? It glitches and it gets all fucked up, right? But you know what it is that you're looking at, roughly.
Right,
It's,
right,
it's,
right. You have somewhat of an idea of something that's taking place here, and then yeah, it glitches the hell out of it, but yet it comes back to original form, which is a very nice touch because it feels like, okay, there's something I can identify with here, right? It's just not this mashup of glitches, which is why earlier in the show I was identifying it with an abstract because abstracts you don't really know what's going on, but with a lot of your glitch art, um, there's stuff there, it's pieces of you, influences, things that you're fan, and obviously these albums right here, the NWA Public, these are all albums that I owned.
those are
um,
weird ones. I think I was doing so. That was Black History Month.
I mean, Do the Right Thing, that was one of my favorite
Yeah,
movies when
I have
I.
that on 7 inch. So that's these were all this was all because I was trying to move into the music sphere at that time, but it's like I can't stop glitching. So I'm like, I'm just gonna glitch album covers. Like, and I like did they're all those are all albums. Those are on my albums, and then they're like filmed and playing them, and like they're all glitched. And yeah, I was trying to do like because I was trying to move into that world, which it didn't like. I needed to be the visceral glitch, and not, oh, that's a really good one. I need to sell that one. That's a Yoko Ono piece I did based on grapefruit. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. What type of time on each one, or let's say comparative, right? What type of time on a normal one? What type of time on an After Effects one?
Oh, well, After Effects, I really haven't done a piece in After Effects in years, so I couldn't know. A modern one, a new one, I would say like about an hour, and I've perfected my formula, so it sounds like an hour, but like it's taken like 7 years to get to that in
Yeah.
order
Yeah.
to
Right. 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 Right.
but like I sort of know what I'm doing, so I know how to like guide it through. Um, but some of them take a little bit longer. Some of them are a little bit shorter, but roughly, that's about how long that they take.
Okay.
So like a little bit less than a subway ride.
Sure. So, good. Let me tell you something. A good way to kill a subway ride, right? Take your mind off it, because the subway isn't always the most pleasant place. Um,
No, it's really boring. I love it. I love it. I just go into my own world, and I get to.
And you come out the other it's crazy because it's almost like the subway is your canvas, and you come out the subway with a new piece of art.
Yeah, and it's kind of like my own world, my own world.
Okay, I'm on safe. Let's see, where are we? This is a good piece. I like this. This is 2020. Safe. Stay.
Oh, PJ Harvey. Yeah, Kim Gordon. Oh yeah, that's COVID. That's a different piece. That is, yeah, that's the start of COVID. That was
Yeah,
COVID.
that's right. 2020, right? Yeah. What was this April? Oh yeah, you're right. This is exactly COVID time. Yeah.
That was COVID. That was a bunch of locked doors.
Yeah, this
That
is
one.
when everybody said we got to stay in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Those were. Oh, that's an LOL doll. I did that for my daughter.
This was a nice piece.
That's a Strokes album, and what's so funny is that was the last Strokes album, and inside of that Strokes album is a map that Basquiat drew, and it is on my block.
How did do a lot of people reach out for? I would imagine that you get contacted all the time to do little video promos for releases and things of that nature. Like,
no, I was doing more so. This is like when I was doing the music stuff. That was the show I had Undercover. I was doing some music stuff and band stuff, and then I just like, I don't know, it really wasn't going anywhere.
okay.
And I just felt like I wanted to not promote other people anymore. I felt called to do myself. Like all of this for for a while, like it's mostly album covers. I'm not really shooting stuff. I'm doing album anniversaries.
Who doesn't know about They Live, And that's the nice part about.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that was an election one.
That's the that's the nice part about your glitch art is that there's parts of it where you don't feel left out if you're looking at it. You see a tape record, you see maybe a tape cassette, you see a building, you see a familiar face, a familiar album cover, Martin Luther King. There's things here that bring your audience. You don't leave your audience in this world of like, what the fuck is going on? It's you give them something to tie into, and that's a nice thing. Cause
it's part of like I want to have a takeaway. I want you to have a takeaway. I want you to like think of something and it moves you in a certain direction. And that's why it's important for me that there's always the hero image. Like
what does that mean when you say there's always a hero?
Well, like what's there. Like so like in graphics, right? You have like your hero image, like in a website, it's like the thing that you gravitate towards. Like in this picture, it's the train as the hero image. In this one, it's the rich killed New York as the hero image. And like there's hero images in all of them. Like even if it's a dumpster, you know what it is. If it was just like this, like there's no hero image.
Right, okay.
No hero image in that. You're like, that looks cool, but I don't know what it is. This one, it's a moon. That one's a swan. That one's a shopping trolley. So it's like it's all things that you can recognize.
Right.
And it's done in a context like you've never seen it before, but it's still like that's the Brooklyn Bridge. It's broken.
This right here was one of my favorite albums of all time.
Which one?
Low End Theory by Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah.
I could probably repeat every word on this album. This is one of my favorite albums, right? But to see this and recognize it, this ties me into your art in a different way because I'm not looking at something that's unrecognizable. And out of everybody that's been on here with the glitch art, they take the glitch art to a point where, you can see some stuff, but I can't.
I don't know what it is.
I can't. There's no connection. With
Know
the,
what you mean.
maybe for other people, right? There is a connection, but just for me, I'm having a hard time understanding it or absorbing it, or I used to have a very hard time with abstract. Um, it never made sense to me, abstract. I always kind of felt like it was people throwing paint at a fucking canvas and that, right? And then I really started to learn about abstract, and I got to know about abstract artists, and I listened to the way they speak and how they create, and the way, and then now listening to them and getting to know them, there's some rhyme and there's some reason behind their creations and the color palettes and everything that they choose. A lot of thought goes in behind their abstract. It's not so throwing paint at a wall anymore, right? Especially when you're listening to their plan and how they're creating with their color palettes and so forth and so on. So, you wouldn't know any of this if you didn't ask questions or talk to the artist. And it's very easy just to throw an artist under the bus and be like, yeah, I don't know, that guy's shit don't make no sense to me. It looks like it takes 5 minutes, right? But it's not that it does. It's not that it looks like it takes 5 minutes. It's that there's nothing for your audience to.
You need something to take away.
Yeah. And your glitch art has that. There's always something recognizable in all of these pieces, and then it goes unrecognizable, but then it comes back to that recognizable moment again, right? And so that's I feel is a big difference, because it gives something for everybody to kind of tie into. So that's interesting. I'm starting to see some of the drawings come into the glitch art.
Oh, those aren't. I was working with these kind of sigils. Those aren't my drawings.
Okay.
They were actually symbols, and I can't even remember them now. I was sort of playing around with those a few years ago. Yeah, this is when I really start figuring it out, and then yeah, it's so interesting. Yeah, it's been such a fun journey to kind of look and explore.
I think this is
And
an AR. Yeah, this must be you testing out AR for the first time.
yeah, this is kind of roughly when it's happening. Yeah, that was just you just passed the Brooklyn Bridge one, and so those are one. Yeah, that was for my first show.
Here they are. Oh,
Yeah.
see, now this is a good. Yeah, you recorded your screen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, got it. Oh, see, now
Yeah.
this, if I had to explain AR and moving artworks to people, this right here explains it all. It's so difficult to explain. You're trying to show them your phone. Now it's starting to move, right? But this little video clip right here really explains the power of AR matching up with your art,
Yeah. Because it brings it to life.
Yeah, right.
It's valid as a still frame, but there's also a movie with it.
Okay. I don't know what to do here. There's so much good shit here. I don't know if we keep rolling. I think what I want to do, cause we're already at 2 hours.
Yeah.
Let's take the next 10 minutes. Let's just go through the links, everything you sent me real quick.
Sure. I mean, do people have any questions? Any listeners got questions for me?
Let me go through the streams. Guys, if anybody is out there watching and anybody has any questions, feel free to drop them. Let's see. We got Twitch is pretty quiet. Let's see. Anybody over on YouTube? YouTube's quiet. X is pretty quiet. Everything's quiet tonight. Let's see. Instagram. What do we got? Oh, we do. Okay. Hudasaka says hello. The glitch, the AR glitch.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you know who Hudasaka is.
I do.
Oh, okay. So he's big into the glitch as well. He was the first person who introduced me to AR glitch as well. We don't have any questions right now, but if anything drops, I'll let you know. But what I would love to do right now, Glitch, is I'd love to maybe take 10 minutes, just go through the links real quick, because I know it was everything you wanted to talk about. I have your website up. I know that was the first link that you had up there, but I have your website up next to you. I don't know if there's anything on the website that you want to specifically talk about, but it does seem to bring you to prints, NFTs, postcards, T-shirts. You did mention that you did a brief overhaul of the website. Anything you want to touch on here, or you just wanted to get this up
No,
on
it's
screen?
just kind of like it's all there and so clean and like there's no picture there. But yeah, it's just like it's there to be explored. You know, there's NFT projects on there, there's physical, there's merch on there. It's a variety of stuff.
I also know that you gave me 2 links to merch, right? And I think that was off your website, and T-shirts. So we did talk a lot about merch. I don't know if there's anything you'd like to say about that.
I mean,
I'm on your store right
without
now.
T-shirts on 100% cotton, you can't. The hottest thing this summer.
And now, if you point a phone at these, do they start jumping around?
Only one way to find out. I mean, if I tell you, you'll never discover it on your own. So.
When I hover, just quick question between me and you, when I hover over the photo, is that the end result? All right, I got
Maybe.
you. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Maybe. I think there's only one way for you to find out.
There's only
right?
one way to find out. All right.
But what do you think?
If I share with you what I think, I'll ruin the surprise for anyone who buys it. Quite a bunch of different products on here as well. Prints, T-shirts, postcards. It seems like to me that you have a nice selection of art for sale.
Thank you.
You're welcome. This is nice to see. A lot of times I get to the websites of the artists and there's nothing for sale. And that upsets me because, you know, if you ever heard me in spaces, man, I'm like a nut job. I'm like, why don't you have physicals? Why don't you have, you know, prints? Why don't you have T-shirts? Get something, have a store up, be able to sell something.
Yeah.
Give them something to buy other than a digital asset that, you know, half the world is sitting there like, what am I going to do with this digital asset? Like, I don't even know what to...
Hold on. Spend $400,000 on hold on. I don't have reception.
Where you are offering prints, you're offering postcards, and not only that, but oh yeah, look at this. You're even showing them a little bit about what happens in the background on the site. So very nice job on your cart, on your site.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm gonna go just click through. Okay, there's an about page. So we got you. We got your events, physical art. No, we got digital art. I'm gonna assume the digital art leads you to the NFT collections. Is that correct? All right, and you got everything here. Okay, so now I'm gonna move a little bit further on from this. I know the first thing that you had up as far as links was the glitches of Brooklyn. Maybe you want to talk a little bit about this collection?
Yeah. So these are some of my favorite glitches from Brooklyn. And sort of collected into one spot. I chose 12. They're one of 20s. So there's a few of them, but they're limited. And if you collect all 12, you get a baker's dozen. You get free NFT and a physical piece.
Does Transient Labs always take this long to open up?
I don't know.
You know, I tried to open up the independent Transient Lab page, and I had problems opening that too. I don't know. Is it a connect? Do I have to connect my wallet?
No.
I got 2 transient pages, and neither of them are opening for me right now. What's the matter?
I don't know. Just checked them earlier. They were okay.
I wonder if this is a Google Chrome thing.
I'm on Brave.
Let's see. Let me see if I can open up. I'll open up Edge. See if I have a better result there.
But yeah, so the Glitch of Brooklyn, those are 1 in 20 pieces and sort of Brooklyn landmarks. So there's like Coney Island, there's Brooklyn Bridge, there's Gowanus, there is Greenwood Cemetery. There's a few of them. And so I just wanted to put a collection, and it's my love of Brooklyn. And I've been actually, the show that I did 3 years ago was called The Glitches of Brooklyn, and it took me a while to put together the NFT collection. It was on one platform that was giving me tons of trouble, and I had to shelve it for a while, and I finally thought, like, it's ready to come back. That is in Brighton Beach. It's called Glitchton Beach.
So this is I actually have the collection up on it came up 123 on an Edge.
Okay.
That's Beast of Brooklyn. Beast of Brooklyn. It's gonna tell me to load more. Where are the collections for this? Tokens collections. Did I miss Williamsburg Glitch Tower? No. Where is this? Where do you find collections on here?
Oh, there's mint pages. It's not.
And
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Beast.
I love the guys at Transient Labs. I think they're amazing and they're friends of mine. But I wish that you could put more collections together. It's a little bit sort of all lumped together.
Okay, so they
They're
lump.
so,
Gotcha. Okay.
yeah, they're great. They're really, really great people.
So they so all the artworks from the collection are linked together on. Okay, I got it. Okay.
Yeah, they're all individual mint pages on Transient Labs. I do
Gotcha.
my concepts through them.
All right, why don't we stay focused on your website then, because that seems to be a little confusing. However,
they don't link on there to the outside pages. Like all the pages, like
each one is individually linked to the. Got it. Okay.
Yes,
So if you want to find these, all they got to do is go to your website, click on the link, and it'll bring you to the page. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got now also Golden Circuits is another collection that you want to talk about. Now this is your drawings, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So these are hand drawn. All the colors are representative sort of chakra colors and spiritual meanings, and it kind of forms sentences. So like, like I can just show this one I just worked on earlier tonight. So this is
move it over to the left. Yeah.
Right.
There you go. Perfect.
It's your sacral chakra, which is confidence, and then it's sort of bound by like your higher spirit with the gold.
Okay.
And then it ends with green, which is your heart chakra. So it's like confidence through love.
It's crazy that these things have meaning. A lot of times you see a piece of artwork on the wall. You know, you never realize it, but you see a piece of artwork on the wall. You don't think too much of it. You look at it. Oh, yeah, that's cool. But if you never ask the creator, what's up, Chaz? I got Chaz is in the box here on X, and he said,
Chaz Gold?
Yeah, Chaz Wesley from One Love Art DAO.
Oh, hey, Chaz, how's it going?
So Chaz is thank you there for being help, like Mark during the. Oh, so Chaz is thanking you right now for being there to help during the exhibition, the Canvas 3.0
You're
Oculus.
very welcome.
Yeah, yeah, and you're welcome, Chaz. You're welcome. Another event that I just walked in and I'm like, holy shit, what's up? So I'm like, this.
It, though. I think my favorite thing was during that week was that like I got to see so many friends and I got to see everybody shine, and it was just like going from one thing to another and it's like, oh, you're doing a thing. Oh, I'm doing a thing. You're doing a thing, and it's so rare that just so much love in the air and everyone's winning and everyone's doing really great stuff, and I love that. I really love that because I feel like we're all in this together. It's so complicated.
A lot of good energy.
Yeah. So much good energy. Love, supportive. Like that's the thing. It's like everyone's art is valid. You turn up and you make art every day and you're consistent in your style and you're doing what you love and you're valid. You're valid. And everyone gets to feel that.
I have another collection link that's on Object, glitched up in culture.
Glitch
Not
that
sure.
culture. Yeah, those are ones that's a collection I put together that were sort of like pop culture things, like album covers or like Star Wars or whatever things are like that. Just different elements. Like there's an Andy Warhol, sort of more my Bob Ross, Atari Teenage Riot, just kind of glitched up culture, Mickey Mouse.
Taylor glitch.
Yeah,
Pop
the
culture.
Taylor Glitch. Yeah, I did that for my daughter because she loves Taylor Glitch, and I found some trash art with I saw a piece of trash with Taylor Swift on it.
All right. I also got you. I'm gonna bring up your TikTok next. I got your TikTok here, and oh yeah, look at you go. Oh yeah, look at you go.
Oh
I know
yeah,
you wanted to show this.
Minute Minogue is funny because it is Minor Threat and Kylie Minogue. They're they're both next to each other in my record collection.
You know, TikTok is another one you have to post repetitively on, and it got a little bit of a different format to succeed on here, a little different than some other sites.
I post the same thing across.
Post the same. Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you handle that?
I can't I don't. It's like to do daily artwork, you have to make it into a formula where it's like you can do it like you. I can't make 4 pieces of art. I just I do one and I post it across the social media. I post all of them across.
I think you. Hang on, I want to play this for everybody. How you create and draw.
Oh yeah.
It's nice to see you have some success on TikTok. I think a lot of people are intimidated by it.
Yeah, I went on there and I actually had something that went viral on there. It got like 70,000 views.
Is that what got you to the 1,000 followers? Look at that shit. Are you aware of the formula on TikTok before you did this?
No.
Okay, so the formula on TikTok is if you post 5, 6, 8-second clips, and you do it 4 times a day, 6 times a day, all around the clock, and you do that 30 days straight, and you actually go. This is a real. These kids go viral on one of them, but the key is to go viral and get the 1,000 fans, and then the 1,000 fans give you the ability to unlock creator mode, and then you can live stream, and then you can start catering your content more towards you. But the trick is to make all these posts and then get one to go viral.
Oh right, yeah, I did that kind of early on.
I think you did that unknowingly, actually.
I did that unknowingly, yeah.
So this is really interesting to me because I study all of how to go viral on all of these social medias, and you did it without even watching 1,000 YouTubes.
Yeah, well, it was a real fluke chance. So what I went viral with isn't was it George Floyd? When George Floyd was murdered, somebody had put up in Prospect Park a bunch of posters about people that police had murdered, and I made a piece out of all of those, and that went viral. That got like 70,000 views or something. And it's funny because I put the same piece on Instagram and it had like 500 views. But so like platform is completely different. But that's what really pushed me in that space. But it's like that was very much of the time period. So I don't know. Yeah, I haven't gone viral again since then. But now it's like I'm really working at doing that. I didn't really care about it so much before. But now that I'm trying to sell stuff, it's like I want to go viral so I can sell stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, you got the taste of it. I mean, you did it once, which means when you do it once, you could do it again. You know, it's just a matter of
Yeah, but I think that was a little bit different. It was kind of like the time, and that just it just was that's hard to reproduce. That was a one-off. That wasn't a rinse and repeat. And I'm trying to figure out like how to make that rinse and repeat.
and I believe you will.
Oh yeah, I will. Well, it's like it took me a while to get on the TikTok shop, um, and I just finished building it. I've got like 3 or 4 more postcards I have to put up there, but it's gonna be done.
It's nice to see someone actually taking advantage of TikTok. Normally, this is the part that's missing from all art interviews. You know, I think though, you know, if you get these videos of you know art being drawn, I think you'll definitely have a shot at it. Easy shot at going viral. Last link, Brooklyn Art Meetup. You want to say a couple quick things about that, or?
Oh yeah, that's a event that I'm doing. Well, I've got something. First of all, this week on Wednesday, I've got the Digital Art Salon at the Skinny in the Lower East Side from 6 to 9. And then Brooklyn Art Meetup is 2 weeks from now on August 2nd, which is actually my daughter's birthday. But she's at summer camp, so I'm gonna sell art instead.
Sell art in her memory and her honor.
In her own.
Since she can't make it. Okay. Glitch. We're about 2 hours, 15 minutes, 2 hours, 20 minutes. But there was a lot here. I wanted to make
There's a lot. I know.
I didn't realize how much you've posted and been active because I'm learning about you now. Is there anything that we missed that I might have missed? Anything that?
I don't think so. I think we've covered a lot. Thank you so much. This has been great. Like, I really enjoyed this. There's a lot to talk about with me. And so, like, I appreciate the time and the thought that's gone into it.
Well, yeah, man. I mean, I say every artist is different, and I don't like just doing a show just to fucking do a show. I mean, I'm sitting here trying to understand about the art, about what's behind you creating it, about the artist. There's a different story for every single artist, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't be a good fucking host if I just sat here and yesed you to death and scrolled through shit and didn't really listen and understand about everything, right? So
Yeah.
I think that's part of being a host. If I'm sitting here being a yes man, I mean, I think it's you got to know what's going on here, and I don't know what's going on here. I'm not a glitch guy.
I appreciate the challenging questions. Like, I think it's actually really good to sort of like, what is it, the art? Like, it's not something that people understand. It's like, well, what does phone art mean? And what does glitch art mean? What does it mean to you? And how do you create with it? To actually understand that, I think that is beautiful. And I appreciate the time that you've spent with me to sort of like, for you to understand that.
I'll say, and I'll just say another thing too, quick, and then you know what? I'm gonna start putting the cameras back together. We'll say some inspirational words, and we'll start to close up the show. And while I do that, I will say a couple things. Let's see, just full screen, double screen. I'm gonna have to change the battery, which is fine. We'll leave that up right there, and we'll come close. We'll be closed in 10 minutes, so don't worry about it. I was gonna say, your art. Let me switch back the camera. Your art is evolving from this is why I like to go back to the beginning, because your art is evolving over a period of time, but it's changing. You can see it changing. It in the beginning it was photos, and then from the photos the glitch, and then the motion, and then from there you could see the music influential part of your art, where you were doing the album covers, and so your art seems to evolve every year. Now you have drawings that seem to be predominant, and it's not always the same art. You know, the art difference. It differentiates. You know, from year to year. So if you think about it, as you know, 2 3 years from now, your art is going to have a completely different look if it continues the same way you're evolving, right? The drawings, for example, your drawings, they're drawn and they're glitch art, but it's very difficult to look at your older art and put the two together, you know, which I think is fucking phenomenal because how many times does an artist change their art so much that it's a completely different style, right? The glitch is still there, the AR is still there, your format, your formula.
It's so different.
It's
I
but
struggled with that at first. I was like, how am I gonna? Because I didn't mean to start drawing. Like, it just came out, and it just like, oh, okay. Now I'm drawing. This doesn't look anything like my other stuff. Like, how is that glitchy? Like, how am I still a visceral glitch and doing that? Where it's like, I want to do this, and I was like, well, okay, well, I'm gonna run it through my process, and I'm gonna have it also have AR. So that is the bridge in between the two. But they're very different, but they want to like, yeah, they kind of want to be next to each other.
one starts out as a photo, the other one starts out as a creative drawing, but then both go through your process, but you would never be able to put the two together.
Yeah, but here's the thing that's funny. Like, so I don't know if you remember, but like at the start of my feed, right, I talk about there's a card there called Gestalt. And it's a design theory where it's like you treat everything in the same way. So it all becomes uniform, right? Because I also struggled with like at first, like, oh, I'm doing a building, but I'm doing like a sidewalk or I'm doing this. Like, how does it all fit together? And it's like, oh, well, that if you're treating them the same way, then it fits together in that world, right? So it's like, how do these fit together? Those are all very different.
Well, your glitch processing brings
But,
everything.
yeah, but they're kind of different. They're kind of different. They're kind of different. And they fit together because they're treated the same way. They're photographs, but they're going through a similar process, which is my formula for them. So it's like by creating everything in that same way, it ties it in, and that is my imprint on it. Even though it is imprinted, but like it's how you can have Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse actually makes sense with this. And it shouldn't. Like that's a completely different, right? But they're treated the same way. They're going through that same process. So yeah, that's kind of like
it's almost like your process is your signature on your artwork.
yes, it kind of is actually. It kind of is. I never think about that, but I think it kind of is. Yeah.
You know, so that kind of uniquely brings everything together. But if you were looking at these in collections, you would not. All right, like you know, they look different. These are photos. These are drawings. Completely, you know, and that for me is I like when I see an artist evolve in extreme different directions. You know, because then it's like, wow. Then that person is opening up a completely like now, you know, yeah, this is one thing using images, album covers, things, you know, the pictures, photos, but now these are drawings and these are characters and these are, you know, little innuendos and people are going to attach to certain things that they like. And when you put you wouldn't, I don't know, I don't think you would. I don't know if you'd be able to be like, well, this is the visceral glitch, right? But because of your application of process that you run these things through, no matter what, I think someone's going to sit there and be like, is this his art? I think this is his art. It's got that same feel to it. I'm just not so sure. And then, you know, when they look at the name, it's going to be like, oh, it is him. Oh, I knew it, you know, and I never expected him to. So I think that's the part I like when you're going through your history. and you're seeing everything evolve, and it's like it's important to capture all this because now it's you go back and you dive in and you see what created you over the course of 7, 8, 9, 10 years. You see the steps you took, and then you see how your art develops, and now looking at it and listening to the story and putting it all together. It's everybody's different. So I don't think, me sitting up here, flicking through shit, yesing you to death. I don't think that's a good show. I think a good show is figuring out who someone is and where their art came and how it became evolved and how it developed. And who knows, 3 years from now, you come back on the show, you might have a whole brand new project that looks nothing like anything you ever did before, which is exciting. I think that really opens up a lot of different opportunities for your art to sell, because something that might look great on a screen over here might look great on a print, might look at you have a lot of different I just like everything that I'm seeing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, and there was a lot to go over too, which I never look at anyone's. I used to look at everything and prepare myself. Now I tend to find that because it's a live stream, it's just better if I jump in and dive in and I navigate my way during the show. I think it makes a lot more interesting when I'm picking up things in real time, and I'm like, oh, wait a second, this is it just seems a little more genuine. Okay, before we close out and say goodnight, so 2 generic questions that I ask everybody, which is, oh shit, I always forget this part. This is going to take me. You know what? We'll do it right like this. Glitch, why don't you, even though we showed everything, what's the best way to get in contact with you, reach out to you? What's the easiest way? Someone wants to collab, do a show, something. They want to reach you. What's the easiest way?
Reach me out on social media. I am the Visceral Glitch on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Farcaster, YouTube, and on Twitter, I'm Glitch Visceral. You can also contact me through my website, thevisceralglitch.com. There's a contact form. Or come to an event. Come see me on Wednesday at the Skinny. I'll be there 6 to 9.
Okay. Before we say goodbye, number one. Well, no, not yet. Let me hold off on that. Inspirational words, right? I always ask everybody at the end of the show, possibly leave some inspirational words for maybe the next budding glitch artist out there, who might not know his way, might be watching this, just
or her way.
Thank you, or his or her way. But maybe some inspirational words for all the artists out there that might be struggling or looking for the same path of success.
I would say just be fearless. Like, keep creating. Don't worry about selling. Just create for yourself and be authentic to yourself. And whatever that is, make it and be consistent with it. Like, that's all you have to do. Like, figure out your style and then figure out how to rinse and repeat that. Don't worry about sales. Don't worry about any of that stuff. Just make it because you love to make it.
Okay. Glitch.
Stay in school, don't do drugs, kids.
I want to say,
don't stay in school and do drugs.
I want to say I want to thank you for coming on the show and taking your time out tonight. So it's probably going to end up around 2.5 hours. So a longer show than usual, but lot to go through, a lot to talk about. So I want to thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
And I got one more question.
Okay.
Need a song to close out.
All right. First one that pops in. Live Forever from Oasis.
Okay. All right. Can you do me a favor? I'm going to close out the show. It's going to take me about 2 minutes. Can you send me that link in a YouTube?
Sure. Yeah.
Awesome. Hang out for 2 minutes. I'm going to close out the show. We're going to come back. We're going to say goodnight. And then we're going to say goodbye. All right. All right, guys. So you just had a chance to meet the Visceral Glitch. Here we go. There we go. All right, guys. You just had a chance to meet the Visceral Glitch. We learned so much tonight. My intention was to learn about glitch art tonight. I felt like the Visceral Glitch was the perfect person to help me better understand glitch art. Glitch art's one of those things that I have a lot of questions about, so I appreciated the show very much. On that note, let's see, rest of the week. What do we got? Tuesday, tomorrow. That's 9 to 11. Link by Art with Sketch and Shira. Me and Kat Talina will be hosting tomorrow's show, Space. And then, of course, on Friday, we have TGIF. Also, Friday morning, we have a show. And I don't want to open my mouth because I don't remember who it is. I think... shit, I have to check my schedule. I'll let you guys know what show is happening Friday morning when I get back to the computer. I don't want to say the wrong name. And Friday night, we might have a new HOP show coming online. We're going to try something Friday night, so keep an eye on all the lives. We're going to try an HOP live, possibly from Bushwick Galleries. So, yeah, we're going to see how that goes. We're working on that now. If ever all the pieces fall into place, we might have a HOP Hour Power live stream straight from the galleries where we'll meet a couple, I think 3 artists, maybe a chance to talk to the gallery owner. We're going to try something new. We're going to try infiltrating and broadcasting from live galleries rather than digital screens this time. And since I'm sitting in New York and there's a shitload of galleries, we're going to take HOP and see maybe if we can do an HOP events. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know. I never did nothing like this before. So just keep an eye out. I'll let you guys know as we're getting closer. But we do have a show Friday morning. And then don't forget about TGIF, which is a space. Only 2 spaces I host. So on that note, y'all, I want to say goodnight. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want y'all to have a great Monday. Have a great week. Great week to create art. Temperatures are dropping a little. It's getting nice, little cooler out. So weather's going to get very comfortable. Good time to get out there, shoot. Good time to get out there and take advantage of the outdoor air and create. On that note, I want to wish all you guys good night. Appreciate all you guys for tuning in. Thank you very much. I'm going to shut the lights down, and we're going to head over back to the computer. And we're going to say good night to Glitch, and then we're going to be out. All right. Okay. Let me bring Glitch back up. Full screen. I'm going to move the full screen. All right, Glitch, be aware you're on screen. All right. Glitch, this is that moment, that last chance you have to say goodbye to everybody.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Marc, for having me on. It was such a pleasure. It was a very long show, but I love it. Thanks for sort of diving deep. Thank you to everyone who listened in and checked us out. Feel free to drop me a line. Song I chose, Oasis Live Forever, just because.
All right. We got the track up. We're ready to go.
Yeah.
Glitch, it's been I'm going to switch back to camera just so I could say goodnight. But it's been a pleasure. You, sir, are free to bounce if you'd like. But and I will close out the show. It's up to you. You can hang on and say goodbye, but don't feel like you need to.
No, I hang the last few minutes. You know, I want to hear this song.
All right. I'm going to hit this track. We're going to close out, and it's been a pleasure. Thank you, Glitch.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Actually, before we do this, let's do a quick thank you to everybody really fast, really quick. Let's just go over everybody. All right, Chaz. Have a good night, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. Thank you for tuning in, Chaz. Josh,
Thanks.
thank you for tuning in. You guys have a great night. Good to see you in the box over on X. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Over on Facebook, Big Money, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. Twitch. We got anybody on Twitch? No, we don't. One day we will. One day someone will show up on Twitch. And then IG. Let's thank everybody for tuning in. Dilly Bababo, Sam, Nalia, Sesquinca, Hudasaka. Good to see you, bro. OZ, the Hitman, Saint, Hamlet, and I Am Designs 8. Hi. Hey. What up, LM? Good to see you. I want you to have a great week as well. Keep an eye on your DMs. It will be coming soon. We will got to figure out your show. So good to see all you guys over here. Just wanted to say hello to everybody, give everybody a shout out. Thank you for tuning in. I see all you guys. I always forget about this, but I didn't forget about it this time. So just wanted to say thank you guys for tuning in. Now we can get back and play this track. Let's go.
Maybe I don't really wanna know how you got and grows, 'cause I just wanna fly. Lately, did you ever feel the pain in the morning rain as it soaks you to the bone? Or maybe I just wanna fly, wanna live but don't wanna die. Maybe I just wanna breathe. Maybe I just don't believe. Maybe you're the same as me. We see things I'll never see. You and I are gonna live forever. I said maybe I don't really wanna know how you got it rose, 'cause I just wanna fly. Lately, did you ever feel a pain in the morning rain as it soaks you to the bone? Maybe I will never be all the things that I wanna be. Now is not the time to cry. Now's the time to find out why. I think you're the same as me. We see things I'll never see. You and I are gonna live forever. I don't really wanna know how you got it grows, 'cause I just wanna fly. Lately, did you ever feel a pain in the morning rain?
I'm gonna bounce.
Soaks you to the bone. Maybe I just wanna fly, wanna live but
And that was a damn good show. We'll see everybody on the next one. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good night. Peace.